everybody. Look who I drug along with me today to join us for at least bits and pieces here tonight. I got my right-hand man, and it just so happens it's on the screen today, so it works. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a Saturday Night Live special of the NFL.
So how are we going to manage, because we got football games until like Tuesday for sure?
Well, I can't do any early games on tomorrow because I'll be working till 5 p.m. But
I
here
got the 4
tonight.
o'clock.
You're here tomorrow for the 4 o'clock game. I'll be here for the Bucks and Pats Sunday night, or Saints and Bucks Sunday night. Monday, I don't know what time I work, so if you want to do the earlier game on Monday, because we do have 2 games, you can do that, and I'll do the later. And Tuesday, we got 2 games, and I'm off all day, so I'll probably pick my favorite. And, you got a basketball game Wednesday, so we got a busy week coming up.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward.
For 4 days of football, take a day off, get a Thursday game.
This is going to be like the coolest week ever. And then, Thursday we're having, so everybody knows, we're having Christmas dinner on Thursday, but we're having it fairly early so that Alex will have time to get back. I'll probably have to open up the stream for maybe the way it's going to work out, but we're doing Christmas on Thursday. And then, you know what, after that, there's not a lot of plans after that. So
we got the giveaway event coming up. We just got to record a video. We're going to have that video put out for you soon, and everybody comment and subscribe or whatever you got to do. We'll make the rules and put it all in that video to get us ready for that. Other than that, where you're probably going to see a lot less live streams other than during games, and a lot more video content. Pushing towards the off season of the NFL. You're going to see us a lot, just not as much as you're going to probably see us this week coming up.
And I had a conversation today, so I'm probably going to pick out a game or 2 besides Indiana basketball during the week for college basketball, maybe like a game of the week, just to, kind of get out there and try something a little bit different. And also,
we also got December 31st, UC Alabama.
Yeah,
I know you'll be here for that. I will be working until 7:30 that day.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that because I do know most of the UC players. I've watched probably half their games this year, and just the opportunity to take down a juggernaut like Alabama.
I think it's 100% possible. I think it's possible still for the Bengals to take the North, and I think it's possible for UC to pull off the upset. Now, facing Alabama or Ohio State, if they face Ohio State, I think they could beat them. I don't think that they could face Georgia and beat them. But I'm not a college football fan, but they're local to us, so, we're going to give them all of our support.
Yeah, and just so you know, it's not Ohio State. It's Michigan that's in the Final
Michigan.
Four.
I thought I saw it was Ohio State. Well,
yeah,
whoever
Ohio
it is.
State.
If they manage to beat Georgia and UC manages to beat Alabama, then they can beat them. But I don't think UC will beat Georgia unless there be something stupid. Also, a little note on this game while you're in here especially is I'm very, very torn with the winner I want of this game. As a Chiefs fan, I want the Patriots to lose for more than one reason. And as a, Bengals supporter, I want the Colts to lose because – that helps their chances just like that much more. And they really need it right now, especially if they're able to get this win tomorrow. So I am going to be completely neutral for this game. I'll root for a tie, if anything.
That's what I voted for.
I'm down for a tie in this game. But I'm going to try to stay as neutral as possible and just to enjoy this game for what it is. We got the kickoff going up right now. It looks like the Patriots are going to be kicking first. So we'll see the Colts receiving and kicking this game off.
Well, I'm gonna bounce and go to the stream. That way you can get into your regular format, and then I will jump back at halftime.
Alrighty, sounds good. So the Colts are returning, and they get it past the 25, and maybe a couple extra yards, and away we go. Carson Wentz is 8-1-1 versus rookie quarterbacks. Only Carson Wentz would tie with a rookie. First of all, I do enjoy the Colts. I grew up watching the Colts a lot, living in the Indiana, Kentucky area. Carson Wentz is a bum, man. That was what kind of started our channel. One of the first major debates we ever had on It's in the Blood live stream was about Carson Wentz. And a lot of those people aren't in here, but I just think it's super funny that we've continued. Like, a lot of my friends continued messaging me saying that just Carson Wentz is a bum, just because I have like a Wentz fan that hangs out with us. So for the first play of the game, Wentz rolls out, and it looks like he hits Michael Pittman Jr. for a gain of about 5 or 6. Tom Grassi. Does Tom Grassi hate Carson Wentz? But Tom Grassi's awesome, man. Like, huge shout out to him. I've been hanging out in his 8-hour fundraiser stream a lot today, and that dude's incredible. So it was a gain of 6. It's going to be 2nd and 4 here. I'm looking for some Jonathan Taylor action. That dude, I want him to win MVP. So they don't throw it, or they don't run the ball. He rolls out right and tries to hit Michael Pittman again. It's incomplete, and now there's a flag on the field. I'm watching Tom Grassi too. Yeah, I spent the last couple hours in and out of that stream and, talking with some of the Grassi posse. They're incredible. What channel? Currently I'm watching it on the NFL Network. Let me see if it's anywhere else. So you had an ineligible man downfield, so the penalty is going to be declined, and it's going to be 3rd down now. Yeah, it's only showing it's on NFL Network for me right now. MT. Well, what's up, Jonathan? It's good to see you. So it's going to be 3rd and 4 now. 14:09 left in the quarter. Wentz drops back, and he loads up deep and overthrows Michael Pittman. So 3 targets back-to-back to him, and now they're going to be punting. I mean, if he would have caught that ball, it was a long stretch of green in front of him, but just a little bit of an overthrow. Colts psyching themselves out in the run game. I don't know why they didn't even attempt to run the ball once. A 2nd and 4 was a great opportunity to at least try. They were going to be, if they got nothing, they were going to be in the same situation as that. But, that's going to be their own worst enemy if they, stray away from what they've been dominant at recently. So Rigoberto Sanchez, I love both of the Colts kickers, punts it up and catches it at about the 22, and he runs backwards a little bit, and then he fumbles it, but it goes out of bounds. No one learned from Seattle. That's what I'm saying. I still think about that all the time. Pete Carroll's decision-making every once in a while. It comes to mind. But so, yeah, they fumble the ball on the return, and it goes out of bounds. It was a great play if just he wasn't so close to the sideline. All right, so now we see Mac Jones for the first time tonight on the 22-yard line. And they go straight to the run game and get 3 or 4 yards there with Stevenson, who had a pretty good game against the Bills. Raiders, Seattle somehow smelly Eagle fans all agree Week 1 being a mistake by the NFL. Week 1 was a long time ago, but I understand. There's a lot to happen since then. Oh, the Ravens just got hit with another player out. 2nd and 6 now. Mac Jones throws a quick pass to the right. It looks like he went right back to Stevenson, and he's just short of a 1st down. So it's going to be a pretty short 3rd down coming up for him. I can see the Colts going to the run game for this play. Watching Bill Belichick coach Brady and Bill Belichick coach Mac Jones, I don't really see a difference. I'll give him credit, though. Mac Jones is a smart kid, but they don't take a lot of chances with their rookie. So it's going to be 3rd and 2. It looks like a pretty short 2 yards. So they're going to go to the air. Mac Jones steps up and hits Jacoby Myers in the middle for a first down. Got to run, work soon. Y'all enjoy. Sorry I couldn't stay longer. Hey, that's okay. I appreciate you stopping in here, Scorpion. It's nice to see you, man. I hope all is well with you, and I hope the rest of your workday goes well. I honestly thought I was going to see Mac Jones run and take off with it there for a second, but so this is not a good sign for the Colts. Darius Leonard has not gotten back up just yet. So we're going to get our first timeout, an injury timeout. Nice pass. Yeah, it was a nice pass. It was a good play. But I honestly thought, he had a wide open look for at least the first down right there in front of him. I was like, are we going to see him run? Because I haven't watched too many Patriots games this year, but I feel like I've not seen Mac Jones scramble or run any like that. So I was kind of excited to see it for a second. But it was a good decision making, which is, why he's a lot I feel like he's really easy to coach for Belichick because he's so much similar to Brady. He makes good decisions, and, for a rookie, he's been fairly impressive. Did you see the sign in the stands that says Mac Jones hates Santa? I did not see that, but, the things people come up with. I don't know if Mac Jones came out and said that. I don't follow the Patriots enough to know that, but I feel like I saw something on Thanksgiving that he didn't like mac and cheese either, or some, Thanksgiving meal accessory. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I'm good with him staying in the pocket. I mean, yeah, if he can stand in the pocket and still make plays, then, more power to him. Quarterbacks are more likely to get hurt running around unless, they get blindside hit or something. Hopefully Darius Leonard's okay though, because like I said, that's going to be a huge loss to the Colts. He is that guy for them on the defense, and I like seeing studs being studs, and so I don't want to see him go out, this late in the season when the Colts are trying to get back on track. They've made a decent run here in this late stretch. That would be awful. He said he wasn't a fan of Christmas movies. Okay. Well, I can respect that. I mean, you can like Christmas and not like Christmas movies, or you can, I guess, not like Christmas if you don't like Christmas. I'm not going to judge. I love Christmas, but so they got Leonard stretching on the sideline. The ball is on the Patriots' own 40, 1st and 10. They got Stevenson in the backfield, and they fake the handoff to him. Mac Jones steps up in the pocket, and there he goes. He takes off running. He gets the first down and gets out of bounds. I just felt it. I felt it was coming. Looks like Leonard's trying to come back on. He did move up and avoid the sack, which is great, awareness in the pocket. But he took off running. I'm excited to see it. I'm here for it. He looks like he's terrified, but it was a great play. So good job for that. Darius Leonard's back in the game. They got, I think, still Stevenson in the backfield. They faked the handoff and handed off to Kendrick Bourne and only gets about a yard there. First down, you got your run. I know, I'm excited. I think the announcers said, they were like, it doesn't happen very often. So I was right about that. I had not heard much about his mobility this season, but that's a win for my first quarter checklist. All right, 2nd and 9 here. We got 11 minutes left in the first quarter. They got Kendrick Bourne in motion. He fakes a handoff, and he throws a screen pass, and he slips down a little bit, but he gets away, and he gets a first down and a lot more. That was Johnny Smith, but now there's a flag on the field. It looks like the situation, it might be a hold. Oh, nope, it was illegal man downfield, so 5-yard penalty. They'll repeat second down. What's up, Kenneth? It's nice to see you, my guy. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. I know I saw you a little bit over on the fundraiser stream. So it's going to be 2nd and 14. Need the Pats to lose. I'm real torn because I want the Pats to lose for the Chiefs to stay number 1, but I would not mind the Colts losing either because the Bengals are trying to make a playoff run. 2nd and 14 here. And it looks like there's a flag on the field. The clocks are at zeros. So they took the delay of game, and they're moving back 5 more. Need the Pats to lose. You're a Titans fan with a question mark beside it, Kenneth. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember exactly, but I think so. So now it's 2nd and 19 here. I feel like they're going to run the ball. Yep, they toss it off to Stevenson. He gets the edge. It only gets about 3 yards there. The Patriots are hurting a little bit without Harris on the field. Tighten up. That's what I thought. I was just making sure. So you're in the same boat as me being a Chiefs fan. You're in the same boat I am in wanting the Patriots to fall a little bit. So it's going to be 3rd and long here. Let's see if we get a Mac Jones deep ball. I feel like we're going to get a check down, but 3rd and 15 here. Got a man in motion. Looks like Myers maybe. Pressure's coming. Mac Jones falls and he gets sacked back down at the 31. The 31-yard line. This is going to be 4th and a mile. The Colts get a big stop. Yeah, it was a great pass rush. He didn't leave him much choice for him to just slide down and take the sack. Unless he was going to throw it away. Fourth and 30. The punt is up. And it's down at about the 22-yard line, and he calls for a fair catch, which is Nyheim Hines. All right, both teams have had 1 possession. Patriots were on the field a little bit longer. Maybe we're going to see Jonathan Taylor when we get back. Pats yet to beat a healthy playoff team, so they're frauds until then. I don't know how I feel about all these teams. I don't know how I feel about the Titans. I don't know how I feel about the Bills. I don't know how I think about the Patriots. That Trevor Lawrence Subway commercial makes me uncomfortable, so yes. Oh, yeah. I agree, Bill. I don't know how I feel about so many teams right now. There's very few teams I'm sure of. I don't even know about how the Bengals are right now. The Chiefs still got question marks for me, but they're playing their best defense, and so I just keep telling myself defense wins championships, and so hopefully their offense starts clicking. I mean, Travis Kelce had a tremendous game. Tyreek Hill had a tremendous game, but the Chargers should have won that game by at least 9 points. But his aggressive 4th down play calling basically lost that game, and so there's still a little bit of question marks. I think they're good. I don't think they're super great right now. I think they're still figuring it out. The Broncos, there's question marks there. Are they good? Or are they not good? Because I've seen them lose to good teams and win against bad teams, and I've seen them be competitive. But I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of I don't know about this Bengals-Broncos game tomorrow. The Ravens, are they good or are they hurt or are they just good but don't have anybody? I don't know. I feel like I can't tell who's frauds and who's legit right now because there's been a lot of inconsistencies. I know the Packers have been consistent and they've gotten better. They're good. The Buccaneers, they have won a lot of games, but I'm not going to put them as in the same category for the Packers as good, because people are still able to score points on them, whether Bruce Arians wants to admit. Like, that defense has holes in it, and people are able to put points up on them. So I don't know if that makes them, like, great. The Saints, sometimes they're bad, sometimes they're good. Nobody even knows about. KC is still a team no one wants to see. Too explosive when they are on. I mean, I love it, but you being a Patriots fan obviously knows what that feels like. I was like, they've only had a couple winning seasons in a row, and now everybody hates us. And so I understand what the Patriots go through, especially the Patriots fans that are still Patriots fans now after Brady's gone. 1st and 10 from the 22, they hand it off to, I don't know who it is, but it was a jet sweep and no one was ready for it. Doolin, and he got a huge gain right there. But when the Chiefs offense is on and clicking, it is explosive, it's fun, and I love it. I get that no one wants to see it because, everybody, like, it was me with Brady. It's me still with Brady with the Bucs now, but the Patriots before, I was just tired of it. So I get it. I do. All right, so they're in New England territory now. That was a 37-yard rush. Finally, they hand it off to Jonathan Taylor, and he gets 11 yards. I don't know why they didn't do that in the first drive. 2nd and 4, hand off, get a first down, keep moving. If Jonathan Taylor has less than 25 touches, Colts lose. So Pat's probably win. Shame. I'm right there with you. I'm like, he is like the leading rusher in the league right now. Just give him the freaking ball. I'm not like I said, I'm playing neutral on this because I'm torn in two directions. But, like, when you got a stud, use him. They got him in the backfield again here. 1st and 10 on the Pats 30 now. They got Pascal in motion. They do hand it off to Jonathan Taylor, and he fights his way for a couple. What's up, Shelby? I'm super glad you're able to hop in here with us. I know it is a Saturday, and that is the busiest day of the week at the casino, but I'm glad you're able to stop in, at least say hey and hang out for a few. Right now, as it stands, I'm a Badgers fan and watched Taylor in college. Man's an absolute beast. I've noticed that a lot of the people I've met from Gracie and, a couple of people that were already here are huge Wisconsin fans, which make complete sense to me. But, yeah, Zach Taylor is an absolute stud. And so 2nd and 6, Zach Taylor fights. He muscles his way all the way to the first down mark. Like, that kid is a stud. If they could hand the ball off to him every single play without him getting worn down, like, that's what they should do. That's how they're going to win. If they want to make a playoff run, that is how they're going to do it. I live in Madison. Yeah, I knew you were, Kathy. I knew you liked the Badgers. But, man, Jonathan Taylor, all day, every day. He had like 4 dudes ripping him down, and he just kept going. All right, now they're down to the 20. JT's a stud. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, use your brains. When the Colts offensive line is all healthy, I think they have all of their pieces. That's when they should utilize the run game the most. Colts are blocking well up front. Yeah, exactly. Right there, I'm just playing kind of like a middle ground here. I'm going to, be critical of both of these teams. Who has the ball right now? The Colts have the ball, and they're driving in New England's red zone right now off of a 37-yard jet sweep. So 2nd and 5 now from the 16-yard line. Patrick Mahomes, what the heck are you doing here? So they run the ball again, so it's going to be 3rd and short here. Kathy, another Mad City native. Let's go. Yeah. Pond Scum Magnet Fishing. Kathy is a Packer Nation, Badger Nation, whatever you guys call all of your fans. That's her all the way. So Gracie Posse would absolutely love her. most rushing touchdowns this season, and Jonathan Taylor matches in the top with the teams by himself. Dude, he's a nightmare. But yeah, go Colts, go Patriots, I don't know. 3rd and 1. They hand it off and get the first down. Cheeseheads. Yeah, cheeseheads. Pack Nation. I need the Colts to win so that the Chiefs can keep the number 1 seed. You know, brother, I'm right there with you. Also, Patrick Mahomes, I don't care what anybody says. You're the GOAT. Also, I hate your stupid brother. I'm sick of him. All right, so 1st and goal here from about the 8-yard line. There's a little bit of a trick play. Hines has the ball. He gets the edge, and that's in the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor carried him all the way down the field, and Hines punches it in from the 8-yard line out. So Colts strike first. I feel like Damian Harris not being in this Patriots lineup, that Ramondre Stevenson is a stud at fullback or whatever position he plays. He's really good. And I still think they can win this game. The Patriots can. But I feel like the run game, if I had to pick who I thought was going to win based on what they had going into it, I would take Indy based on their run game. And the loss of Harris makes truly a difference. All right, so the extra point is up and good. So we only have a couple minutes left of the first quarter. Colts 7, Indy 0. Grossi is currently amid an 8-hour live stream. That's for charity. That's already raised $20K over the double goal. Grossi, Posse, Packer Nation. Yeah, Corey, I hung out over there for through 5 through 7-ish. I think I left about 7:15, 7:20. But yeah, they were up to over 20K when I got there, and I was like, when I left, I guess I should say, and that's just crazy. I saw Tom Grossi's feet. I didn't expect to, but that stream's wild. Yes, sir, but Jackson's so annoying. Stop posting TikToks. That's what I'm saying. I don't care if you post TikToks, but stop, just stay at home. Just stay at home. That was a message. Yeah, that's where, if I were a Patriots fan, I would trust in Bill Belichick. I mean, look what he did against the Bills. He held Mac Jones to only throwing the ball 3 times. He's got a crazy looking game plan, but if you were to trust anybody to make a comeback statement to that, it would probably be him. Got a new Yeti cup for my birthday, so I won't be stealing your KC cup, Alex. Tim, I got something. Me and Dad talked about it. We got something planned for you for your birthday, so it might not be a cup, but you got something. Hey, I'm back. Let's go, Pats. JXG. So we got a couple of Pats fans in here today. You've heard of Everybody Hates Chris. Now get ready for Everybody Hates Jackson. Look, as a Chiefs fan, I will put my face as the poster child to support that movement. Because, Patrick Mahomes does not need the stress of dealing with his brother being ignorant. When is the giveaway? I need to know. We're going to work on recording the video, and when we post the video, it'll have all the details. Mac hasn't had to play from behind this year, so let's see how he responds. That's true. I watched a couple games. I'm not going to lie. I watched, obviously, the Bills and Patriots game. I watched the Patriots and Cowboys game, which I thought the Patriots should have won that game. I'm pretty sure the Cowboys ended up winning, but it was a really good game. Pats better win this. Colts have tiebreakers over my Fens. Yeah, I knew that I hadn't seen you yet today, but I knew that you would probably be in a weird situation too, because the Bengals fans, the Browns fans, the Bills fans, they all want the Patriots to lose. And then you've got the Patriots fans and people like the Dolphins in this situation would want the Patriots to win, So this is a really weird game for me to take sides on. So I'm hoping for the tie because I can't choose. All right, so he takes it out from his own end zone after the kickoff. He makes it to the 20 and gets slammed down. Olszewski? I believe is his name. There's 3:49 left in the first quarter. And here comes Mac Jones in the Patriots offense. Mac Jones has the 4th quickest time to throw this season, and behind Roethlisberger, Brady, and Tua. Mac Jones is 2 for 2, 14 yards on the one drive they had so far. They go straight to the ground game, and he gets swallowed up for a loss of 2 or 3. All right, so this Colts defense is fired up right now, rightfully so, after they go down and score that touchdown. So things are going to get really interesting. Like, the Patriots have got to come together and play, get some stability, get something going, or this game can close up on them really quick. All right, 2nd and 12 from the 18. They've got a guy in motion. They got Stevenson in the backfield. Mac Jones is a Grinch. Dude doesn't have a favorite Christmas song or movie. Mac Jones hits, I did not see who that was, in the middle for a solid gain, but he's going to be a little bit short of the 3rd down. So, this is a big play for both of these teams. If the Colts can get a stop here, this is really going to help them, potentially, get more points off this. And this might end up hurting the Patriots really bad. Kendrick Bourne, yeah, I saw the number and recognized, but I couldn't think of his name. So it's going to be 3rd and 3, but the Patriots need this first down to stay in this game because it can really get out of hand with the way that the Colts can run the football. All right, so Mac drops back. He's looking. He hits Jacoby Myers, and it's very close to first down. Okay, so they're going to give him the first down. So this is, for the Patriots fan, this is a big first down to get, to not immediately give the ball right back. The Colts have decided that Mac will have to beat them, not the run game. Is he up for the challenge? Look, this dude is a competitor. This is how I feel about, like, guys like Joe Burrow, even Patrick Mahomes, not so much, right now, but, like, as a whole. They keep it on the ground with Stevenson. He gets in between a couple guys and ends up making a 1-yard gain until, like, about 5. But, I agree, Bill, they have taken that a little bit away from him. The Colts D-line's pretty intense, but I think Mac Jones is a fighter. Yeah, I'm not going to compare, like, skills-wise, but mentality to Baker Mayfield, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, even Brady, like that drive mentality, like the will to win. So I think he's up for the challenge. It's just, is he going to be able to? And a lot of people have already wrote off the fact that Mac Jones is a rookie, so him losing a game here and there is not a bad thing. So they hand it off to Ramondre Stevenson again, and he gets smacked well behind the line of scrimmage, so this is going to be a 3rd and long situation. I don't have a favorite Christmas song or movie. I like a lot of them. That's kind of where I am. I mean, I like The Nightmare Before Christmas because I grew up on it. Like, a lot of people say that's not really a Christmas movie, but I mean, it's literally about Halloween Town turning into Halloween Christmas. So it is definitely a Christmas movie. So it's 3rd and 9 here. So it's not as long as I thought it was. This is still a manageable down for the Patriots. Mac Jones loads up deep, and they don't connect. I think that was Myers. A Christmas Story is a classic. I would put Nightmare Before Christmas over that just because how much I watched it as a child. Yeah, the Colts are getting in his face fast, making him make quick decisions. No, he just drops that pass. That was a great throw by Mac. They just did not connect on it. That could have been a huge play right there. So 4th and 9, they're going to go back to their kicker or their punter. We got 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Yeah, that was a hell of a throw. His punt is muffed. And that's a touchdown for the Colts. Wow. See, now Mac Jones is really, not Mac Jones. I'm not going to put this all on him, but Bill Belichick's got to start kicking it into gear because they do not want to give, the Colts offense the ball back. So that's a touchdown for the Colts. Great special teams play. So the Colts decided to show up on all three phases so far. I mean, we're still in the first quarter. There's still so much football left to be played. There's still room for guys like Carson Wentz to make mistakes. So Patriots fans, you are definitely not out of this. 2 scores back is bad, but you need to get points on this drive. It's 14-0. Oh yeah, that he just straight up smacked the ball down. By the guy with the last name Speed. Yeah, Luke, this is not looking good so far. Rare special teams error. The Colts are all over it. Yeah, see, like this doesn't happen every play. The Colts, I until they got on this run with utilizing their run game and stuff, I was more high on their defense and their offense. And so that's really shining through right here. Because I don't trust Carson Wentz. I honestly would have been fine, as a football fan. And if I take all my ties to any team away, just criticizing each team, I would have been fine if they brought Rivers back for one more season. Now that he got acquainted in that system, I feel like they would have done pretty well. I understand he went and coached down in Alabama or wherever he was coaching that high school team. So, whatever. But I would have enjoyed seeing that because he had a year under his belt in this system and he could grow with it. But I think, like I said, there's a lot of football left to be played. It is definitely possible for them to turn it around. Home Alone is another classic. You're right. What's up, Amethyst? It's nice to see you. Polar Express is my fave recent Christmas movie. That's a good one. I haven't watched the Polar Express in probably at least 5 to 8 years, but I'm going to have to watch it. You know what? I said The Nightmare Before Christmas, but the Jim Carrey Grinch is probably my favorite Christmas movie of all time because, one, that movie is one of my favorite movies of all time, and I don't know how I overthought that, but seriously, I absolutely love it. Let's see where our poll is looking right now. So far, it's showing 56% saying Colts, 40% saying Pats, 4% saying tie. I will take the poll down at halftime, but so make sure everyone gets in there and votes for that poll. Votes on that poll, I guess I should say. In that poll. No, it's a hearsay. No, the Jim Carrey Grinch is the greatest movie ever. I put it in my top 5 movies of all time. Not even Christmas, all-time movies. That was just a nice special teams play. Hope the kicker's okay because of how he fell down. It didn't look very comfortable. I'm sure he's fine. Nobody said anything just about yet. EJ Speed, second blocked punt return touchdown this season. Original Grinch is best. I love all the Grinch movies. I haven't watched the most recent animated one, but out of all of any Grinch thing I've ever seen, the Jim Carrey one's my favorite. I know, I'm very young, but you can't sit there and tell me that movie is not hilarious. Sometimes when I watch it, I start being like, well, maybe I'm the Grinch too, but I can't be the Grinch because I love Christmas so much. All right, so 1st and 10 from the 20. The kickoff was a touchback. Mac Jones, we got to see what this offense can do right now. I'd like to see a lot of passes. They're going to stick with their run game because that's what they do. So Jones is flushed out right. He gets it to Johnny Smith for a short game, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. What's up, Geezer? You all doing okay, man? My work buddy is a massive Colts fan, so I'm sure he's fired up because I know how much he hates the Patriots. So I'm sure, I'm going to hear all about it at work tomorrow. It's funny, but the original Grinch is perfection. That's fair. I respect that 100%. We need the Pats to win the clinch the division. I like the Colts making that division more interesting. Bill Belichick has decided he's done with coaching at the worst time. I think that's far from true. I think the Colts is playing all three phases extremely well right now. The first drive, no, but getting Jonathan Taylor involved, I think the Colts are just outplaying them right this second. I don't think this has anything to do with Bill Belichick's coaching. He didn't expect that blocked punt, you don't really plan for those things. And so Bill Belichick's one of the greatest coaches of all time. He's still got a lot left in this game. This drive is going to show a lot of it, but, something inside of me is telling me I'm going to be fine no matter who wins this game. Deep down, I really, truly do not like the Patriots, and that's been, my whole life thing. But I'm going to be fine if they make this a game and come back because I'm here for football today. I'm not here for anything else. But I don't think Bill Belichick's are done yet. He's got a lot left to be coached. There's 3/4 of a game. That's a lot of time in football, and I really do like this Patriots offense because they're not all stars. Like Mac Jones is a star for a rookie, but you got Jacoby Myers, Johnny Smith. What did we say earlier? I keep forgetting his name. Kendrick Bourne. They're not these Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce names. They're not big, but they're still so effective. Like Ramondre Stevenson as the running back, even Damian Harris when he's healthy. He's not a star name. And the fact that they're able to do so much with having such I don't know how else to word it, but a low-key team, a kind of a no-name team. They've got names that people know, but they're not top 5 in their categories. And so I respect that. I love that drive. And then their defense, Harris. The Pats defense has been tremendous this year. So I have a lot of respect for this Patriots team this season. 2nd and 7 now. Jones, quick pass to Nelson Aguilar. There's another one I didn't mention, the former Raider. It's going to be 3rd and short here after that pass. There's a lot of guys on this team, and so there's a lot of football left. I still could see the Patriots winning this game. I also enjoy seeing Greg Olsen commentating games. I miss him playing football, but I like seeing him do that. It's the same with Drew Brees. It's cool to see. I have no respect for this Patriots team. Well, you're a Dolphins fan, so that's they're in your division, so that makes it a little bit different. I respect this team. So on 3rd and 2, a toss to Stevenson, and he's hit short of the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 4th down again. This Colts defense is a nightmare right now. Nothing is better than seeing the Pats get their ass kicked. Same thing for the Cowgirls. That's kind of where I sit all time, every year of my life. So I'm right there with you. But you're a Dolphins fan, which means you're in the division, so you're allowed to not respect them, just like if it were the Patriots or the Bills. So the Patriots are going to be or Jets or Bills, sorry. So I respect that. So last punt was blocked. This punt is up and good. He is not going to catch it, and it bounces out of bounds. It comes backwards a little bit. That's the last thing they needed to do was give the football back to the Colts right now. Jonathan Taylor's had some rest. The offensive line's had some rest. Carson Wentz is still a bum. But, they're able to do some damage on every drive they get the ball while they have the lead. I feel like this Patriots offense is going to get their asses chewed at halftime, excuse my language, and they're going to come out looking like a whole new team. And Mac Jones loves the criticism. He loves it. If I were the Colts here, I wouldn't pass at all. Yeah, I'm serious. If they can still put up touchdowns, they can pound the football and still put up points. The Colts will win this game. But if the Patriots can get on the floor are on the field and their defense stand tall, get the 3 and outs, get the turnovers, whatever they need, they can make this a game because I know what this Patriots defense is capable of. The one game I trust Bill, he just decided he's taking it. Look, I'm telling you, you guys were telling me on Thursday that the Chiefs game was over in the third quarter. That game was far from over even once we started the fourth quarter. You guys have to understand, this game is going to get played until the very end unless the Colts, I would say, two more scores without a Patriots score, and maybe this game is over. But this game's far from over so far. 14 points is a lot, but it's not that much right now in that win streak. Go Colts. And also, Titans fans, you guys owned the Colts this year, so you guys really don't have to worry about them so much. I don't think, the Titans have a couple winnable games for sure coming up. There's one or two that it's I don't know, maybe, but the other two are pretty much locked up. So, you guys shouldn't be that concerned about this would lock up the division for you now, but I feel like you're going to be all right. Remember to like the stream, everybody. Thank you so much, Gabe. It's good to see you again. I feel like I've seen you guys so much already this week, and it's just getting started. We're going to be here every day, so it's nice, though. You guys are like my second family, Well, my dad's in here with me, so you guys are just like my little online family that I just love seeing you guys every day. So hand off to Jonathan Taylor to start the Colts drive, and he gets about 3 or 4 yards to about the 39-yard line. It's my birthday stream. Happy birthday, Gabe. Everybody in the chat, wish Gabe a happy birthday. Show him some love. Second and 6 here. There's 12:50 left in the half. They got Taylor in the backfield. Wentz is calling an audible at the line. And they hand it back off to Taylor, and he gets about another yard or two. Halfway to 90. I'm halfway to 50. So it's going to be 3rd and 4 here. Colts on fire. That's what I'm saying, Kenneth. They showed up today. They know that they are in a good place to make a run if they don't lose. So they've got a lot to fight for right now. I still think this game is going to get interesting unless they get up 2 more scores. If this is 28-0, I'll start thinking, okay, maybe not. Well, happy late birthday, Bill. I know we didn't meet you until today, but happy late birthday. All right, so they handed it off to Taylor again. And he is a little bit short of the first down. So it's going to be 4th and 1. Happy day after your birthday. It should be close. That's what I'm saying. Everyone's saying that this game's over. There's a lot of football left. It's not over. I feel like this game's going to be a lot closer than it looks right now, unless it gets up to 28-0, then maybe. So quarterback sneak for the 4th down. I don't know. I couldn't see Wentz, but it looks like the Colts got that first down. I was on a few weeks ago when I was in Canada for the weekend. Well, if I missed you, I apologize. Or if it was my dad's stream, that makes a lot more sense. But either way, it's nice to have you. Had to come back to hear you again. I appreciate that so much. You guys are also great, and that's the reason that I keep coming back because, like I said, you guys are like family to me, and I love hanging out with all of you every day I get to. Pats will forever be the Cheatriots. I mean, Brady's gone, so that took a big percentage of it away, but you're right. I'm not late, you're late. Well, I didn't mean to be late. So first down, he had plenty of time, and he hits the deep ball to, looks like Pascal. And the Patriots were everywhere on that drive. He avoided the sack. Oops, sorry. And this was crazy. Brady not a GOAT either. No, I think Aaron Rodgers, like, if we want to make an argument, like, everyone's like, 6 rings, 7 rings, whatever you're going to say, whatever. That's fine. Those rings are team accomplishments, not quarterback accomplishments. I think Aaron Rodgers is a better overall quarterback than Brady. I don't like to just sit and loathe on Brady because I don't like him, and all of you guys really know that. But, like, those rings are not part of his argument. Like, those are team accomplishments. Because if you're going to use that, then why couldn't you beat the Giants twice? Like, I don't think so. Like, Dan Marino, he's a GOAT, and he never won a Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers is a GOAT. We're probably going to see him in the Super Bowl unless they choke in the NFC Championship. But I hope they don't get down to a situation where they call a field goal on 4th down when you need a touchdown. So, like, I won't mind seeing, the Packers there, but don't make stupid calls like that. I'm so glad someone asked him about that on Jeopardy because that play still, like, irks me to this day. All right, so 2nd and 9. They ran the ball and got a yard, but they had Hines and Taylor in the backfield. He fakes a handoff. Wentz is flushed left. He's still running. He's just going to move forward, gets the first down, and gets out of bounds. Exactly, Puppet. Rings do not make you the GOAT. Good teams, dynasties, whatever you want to say, that wins you rings. But what you do as your own person, what you can control, that's what makes you the GOAT. Look, I'm not saying Patrick Mahomes. I'm not saying Brady is not talented. Like, he is talented enough to get through. He wins games. His teams win games. He doesn't always. He protects the football a lot, but like, first and 10 from the 20. They hand it off to Taylor. He gets an edge, gets 5, and thrown out of bounds. You can't claim to be the GOAT when you throw the ball 5 yards past the line to wide open Mike Evans. Yeah, Mike Evans is the GOAT in that situation for him getting the extra 25 yards after the catch. Reggie Miller, that's another one. A lot of respect for Reggie in this area from, living in Indiana and everything. I don't recall Rodgers wanting his footballs to lose air in cold games. Shots fired. 2nd and 3 here. The Colts are moving. A touchdown can really seal this half for them. There's 7.5 minutes left in the half, by the way, and the Patriots call their first timeout. There is a Grinch in the stands at this game as well. Look, I respect his accomplishments. Like, I'm not going to disrespect that completely. But I think what irks me right now and why Brady's been fresh on my mind is, like, he came out and said he's going to make a clothing apparel line that says it's called Brady to mimic the whole Jordan for the Michael Jordan stuff because he's the GOAT. Like, if that becomes a thing, I'm going to quit the internet because, like, I don't want to get on the internet and just say, hey, are you rocking the Bradys today? Like, what? Or like you say, are you rocking your Jordans today? Like, everybody's like, okay, yeah, I get that. Like, respect. 2nd and 3 here. They got a guy in motion. They hand it off to Taylor. Full head of steam forward, and it looks like he's going to be just short of the first down. So it's going to be 3rd and short here. I am actually impressed with how well the Colts are running this offense, special teams, defense, like all of it. I'm impressed. They've not allowed Carson Wentz to make too many mistakes. Third and 1. They're well in field goal range, so either way, the Colts should result on with points in this unless they don't get this 3rd and 1 and go for it and turn over on downs. But I think it'll be all right. So Matthew Judon had come out for a minute, but he's back on the field. They hand it off to Taylor. He gets the first down. So they're inside the 10-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal now. Look, and back to the Brady thing, like the Super Bowl last year. Okay, take Brady and Gronk and Fournette away. Because I think those were and Antonio Brown. If you look at what's already there, that's still a goated team. They just had Bruce Arians and Jameis Winston, a quarterback and head coach that didn't really belong together. They were just a quarterback away from being a goated team, someone who's not going to throw 30 interceptions in a season. That's what I try to explain to Buccaneers fans because they're like, we had no chance before Brady. And I'm like, you did. Like, you still had a chance. You just need someone competent that got along with your coach to get you there. Like, that's why I don't like hearing Buccaneers fans, like, saying we sucked the year before. Like, you had an elite team. You had Mike Evans, Godwin, Ronald Jones, like, JPP. Like, that defense was elite. Like, you guys were right there. Like, you just, like, you could have put anyone other than Carson Wentz probably in that position. Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, even Derek Carr, I feel like, just a Jimmy G, a competent quarterback that doesn't throw 3 interceptions every game would have probably taken you to the Super Bowl. Now, these other guys, 2nd and goal, they hand it off to Taylor, and he doesn't get there. He only gets about a yard. But, like, I just want Buccaneers fans to understand you guys had an elite team. I spoke highly of your team before Brady was there. I just don't like Brady. Like, I'm going to say that I don't like him. I respect what he's accomplished. That's fine. 7 rings, 6 rings, however many you are. You're 45 years old. You're still playing quarterback in the NFL. That's impressive. But those are also team accomplishments. Like, I just don't want people using the argument like Brady is the GOAT because of how many Super Bowls they won. Like, he helped, but that defense, allowed less points than he scored. The receivers like Gronk, guys like that he's had in his company. So they throw it into the end zone, and it goes in and out of the hands of number 81. So it's going to be 4th and goal. They might settle for 3 here, which is totally fine. Yeah, Bucs head coach and GM could have taken any available quarterback. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think anybody would have been suitable. Like, Winston and Arians just did not mesh because I thought he was doing fantastic in New Orleans before he got hurt. He only had thrown 2 interceptions on the season. They had like 17 or 18 touchdowns, something like that. He was a good quarterback. He just didn't fit in that system. They just needed someone to work with how he does that. They know the same thing we know. Brady's an incredible locker room guy and a leader of men. Yeah, people follow him. People want to play with him. And so there's respect that's gained there. So, like, I credit that, like 100%. I just am not a fan, like, personally. And I think it's because I grew up a Manning fan. And I feel like for a long time it was like Manning, Breeze, Rodgers, or Brady. That's who you chose. Like, that was your person, especially like at my age. When I started watching football. So, like, I feel like it's just that was the situation, there was like the 4 categories of who you were as a football person. So they kick the field goal. It's going to be 17-0. We're still in the 2nd quarter. When we come back, it'll be kickoff to the Patriots. I'm not going to sit here and just slander anybody right now. I said everything I could say about it. Like, respect to what he's accomplished. I'm just not a fan, and I'm very open about that. But I will fight a Bucs fan forever and tell them that they had an elite team before Brady. I will continue that argument with any Bucs fan that wants to come in here because it's true. I think they were elite before. They just needed 1 or 2 pieces, and that's what they got with Leonard Fournette or Gronk or AB. Like, I don't even think they needed all of them, just 1 or 2 plus a quarterback and maybe 1 more piece. And they were a Super Bowl-ready team. The defense was elite. JT's going to be the next Derrick Henry. I freaking hope so because I would rather like see you don't see good running backs out of like the Colts, like, or you haven't in a long time. And so like I would love to see that. I heard Derrick Henry might be coming back soon. I don't know how much that's true, but I feel like that man is actually a train. I hated Breeze and the Saints so much in the year they beat Favre and the Vikings. Wanted to see Favre go without a ring. I will go with a ring. My bad, I misread. Favre is kind of like, obviously, he accomplished a little bit more. But I feel like Favre and Rivers are very similar quarterbacks to me, like goofy dudes that just like having fun. You know, they were true competitors. They weren't like the best of the best, but they were pretty good. And the Chargers didn't really have as much as a whole as like Favre had in his career, but like I feel like their personalities were very similar, and like they made me laugh, which is why I liked them. That's why I liked having Rivers on the Colts, because he was no longer in my division, and I could just enjoy watching him be goofy. All right, so it's going to be a touchback. 4:31 left in the half, and the Patriots are going to come out at the 25. King Henry, for sure. That man is, if he hadn't got hurt, I was hoping he won MVP. Now that he's hurt, I'm hoping Jonathan Taylor wins MVP. I know how hard it is to be a non-quarterback and win that award, so I'm like pushing hard for these like running backs or wide receivers, just any player that's not a quarterback. Like, I respect the quarterbacks winning it because, you know, they do help a lot. Mac Jones loads up to Kendrick Bourne for a first down. So, okay, the Patriots are going to – they need to go up tempo right here. Isn't that when you were selling beer, Tim? Yeah, so they're in the huddle right now, but I feel like the Patriots need to go up tempo a little bit, get 7 here, make this game manageable, down 10 at the half. That'll be probably – that's a lot better than 17. Favre was an old school slinger, remind me of Jim Plunkett and Fran Tarkenton. I know Jim Plunkett, but I'm very young. All right, so Stevenson got a hole and got another 12 yards on that run. So here we go. This is where you push. This is where you push. Next year, non-injured Henry sets NFL rushing record and gets MVP, especially with a little competition with JT. I would love that competition because the best part is they're in the same division. So that's like a true head-to-head race for the MVP. And so, like, I would absolutely love to see those two guys come in next season completely healthy and go off to see who can get the more yards. That would be so much fun for me. 1st and 10. Mac Jones loads up a little deep in the middle. It went out of his hands and nearly picked off. That he was targeting Jonnu Smith. It's going to be 2nd 10. Auburn got a big – that's Auburn, correct? UAB? No, that's not Auburn. UAB got a big win today, knocked off number 13 BYU. Anytime an unranked team beats a ranked team is a good day for that team. So, shout out to UAB. Sorry, I'm not very proficient in the college world. I know a lot of them, but not most. Or will Henry come back like Gurley? I hope not, because I enjoy watching that man. He's like the closest thing to Marshawn Lynch we have right now. Loads up deep to number 89, connects with him. Hunter Henry. I thought it said 89, but it was 85. So Hunter Henry, they're rolling a little bit. Not the same runner. Yeah, I mean, I hope not, because like he's a stud. Just like Saquon Barkley, man. Saquon Barkley might end up like Gurley after this season, and that sucks. I have mixed feelings right now. I love that the Pats are getting blown out, but I need them to win. This is like the most uneasy game ever because I'm so just torn, and I understand that you're torn too. All right, 1st and 10. They handed off to Myers. It even fooled me. He gets out of bounds. There's 2:17 left. They're rolling. This is their chance to put up 7 right here to make this a game. The New England Patriots scored in the first half in 99 straight games. Longest active streak in the NFL. So if they don't score here, they're going to break a pretty big active streak. I really like Mac Jones. I hope they can get them back in it. Hey, Alex, I updated the channel. Oh, look at it. That's sweet. Everybody that's in here right now, what do you think of that? I love it. It's popping. I think it looks good. I like what Mac Jones has accomplished as a rookie. So I appreciate it. So I hope he gets it back in there. I love the dominance of this Colts team. Like, I like to see it because I wanted to see it earlier this season. But I like to see it. But I want this to be a crazy game. Tim says, great logo. I think it looks so good. University of Alabama at Birmingham. Okay, thank you for that. I'm glad you told me because I'm very, like I said, not very educated in the college world. But I will remember that the next time you say it. But that's a big win. Beating up on especially number 13. They're pretty high up. I saw Indiana beat Notre Dame today, but Notre Dame did beat up on Kentucky a little bit last week, and that was a pretty big win. Yo, I love that. I just keep looking at it now. You're going to have to send me that so I have it myself too. And I wouldn't have even probably noticed until probably after halftime if you hadn't said anything. All right, so the Patriots got 2 minutes to score. They're going to disappoint a lot of long-term Patriots fans and busting this streak. Dude, I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited to watch this Bucs and Saints game on the prime time tomorrow because honestly, I think it's a double-digit point spread in the Bucs' favor, and I hate that. First of all, 10, give them 9.5, and I would say the Bucs would probably win. They gave them 11, so I think Sean Payton's gonna be like, all right, I see what you did there, and I would take the Saints at 11 just because Sean Payton owns the Bucs in the regular season. But one, I just want to see them lose. But two, I feel like I'm low-key rooting for the Saints team to go on a straight uphill battle for the rest of the season. Yeah, Sean Payton is out with COVID, but I trust the defensive coordinator that they put in to call plays for this game. All right, 2nd and 1, 2 minutes left in the half. They are on, somebody jumped, there's a flag, so they're going to be moving backwards. So 2nd and 6. They're going to be right outside the I had to look it up because I know the football program at UAB shut down a few years ago, so I didn't know if they moved or not. That makes sense. Yeah, I just, especially with smaller schools, I'm not I don't even know if that's a smaller school, but if it's not the Big Ten or SEC, I really am not very profound in names at all. All right, 2nd and 6 here. Mac Jones is 8 for 10 for 75 yards in this game. On the 18-yard line, they hand it off, and he gets the edge, and he gets, I'd say about 4 of those 6 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and short here. Sean Payton's going to be having, his face is going to be like this color on his couch, and he's going to be screaming, chewing gum at his TV on tomorrow night. So that was Bolden for that carry, not Stevenson. They both got the long hair, so it covers the number a little bit. Chiefs and Bengals are my faves. Very true. There is no truer statement that's been said. That's exactly how I feel. I want the Pats to lose for the Chiefs, and I want the Colts to lose for the Bengals. And so I'm right there with you, Matthew. It's nice to see you. I'm glad there's someone in here that knows exactly how I feel right now. Mac Jones just threw an interception on the 5-yard line by Darius Leonard. Like I said earlier, when he went down, that was going to be a huge loss. But the fact that he's back in there is huge for the Colts. I'm so happy for him, man. Yes, wait, I mean, no. That's how I feel too, man. I understand, Luke. But, oh, Matthew, it's nice to see you, man. Thanks for coming in here. But what a big play. They might actually break this 99-game streak right now. Unless Carson Wentz throws a pick six. It's a small school they play. BYU plays in the Mountain Conference. I know BYU. Will Kurt Warner movie be good? I've heard by there's a guy in here. I don't know if he's in here today. His name's Jonathan and hangs out with us, who is a big Rams fan, and he said that it looks pretty good. I haven't seen the trailer or anything. I think it's supposed to come out. I think he said Christmas, but I feel like it will be worth checking out, honestly. Oh my god, I can't believe that. I feel like my friend Joe is like he's probably drinking some beer right now, honestly, but I feel like he's screaming a little bit. This has been a weird game. I honestly thought this was gonna start off more in the Patriots direction until the Colts got like chilled out a little bit. But the Colts are just putting it on. We only got a couple minutes left before we're officially at halftime. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and vote in that poll. We'll be taking it down, like I said, as soon as we get to halftime. Also, tomorrow, if you guys are interested, like Matthew, yourself, or any of you guys else, I know a lot of the Grassy Posse that's in here right now will probably be over at the Packers and Ravens stream at 4 o'clock. But my dad, which he'll be in here at halftime, and he can talk about it if he'd like, will be also streaming at 4 o'clock the Cincinnati and Denver game. So if you live in this area and you don't get the game, or you just want to listen to someone, or you just want to talk to someone about the game while it's happening, he will be on. I work until 5 o'clock, so I will probably not be in the chat for the first hour, but as soon as I get home, I will be. But then tomorrow night at 8:20 or whatever time, I will also be in here for the Saints and Bucks game. Prepared for me to get all fired up about this game because I've been talking about it for 2 weeks, and this is a weird game, but I'm ready for it. We'll also be in here Monday for at least one of the games. We'll be in here Tuesday for one of the games. Wednesday, we've got a college basketball game. So they run it with Jonathan Taylor, and he gets a hole and digs him out down to the 12, 13-yard line, just short of the first down. Then we'll be in here. We'll be in here basically every day this week. But starting tomorrow at 4 o'clock, the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Denver Broncos, my dad will be in here. I'll be here right after work. That's what I'm saying, Tim. I'll be here after work. I have to work Sunday and Monday, so I will not be doing any early games Sunday, Monday, unfortunately. During the holidays, working in the casino, my schedule gets kind of everywhere. 2nd and 1, they keep it on the ground. They get the first down, and he gets a little bit more of an edge. I have to drop at the half. Be back another day. I've subscribed. Thanks for being here. Out from Maine. Hey, Bill, thanks for hanging out with us. You're more than welcome to come in here and chat. If you ever want to come up here and chat with me or my dad, you're more than welcome to do that. Usually in the right times, I give offer to anybody who wants to come up here and hang out with me. Or if you want to stay in the chat and argue about whatever or debate whatever you want to do, we appreciate you being in here. And, it's in the blood family. Loves having you. Hey, joining the stream tonight, but I pooped from work, so I'll just be lurking. Hi, Alex. Hey, Quizquam, thanks for coming in. I totally get it, but it's nice to have you as well. So it looks like the Colts are just running the clock out, which is pretty smart. Don't give the ball to Carson Wentz to turn it over. So the longest active streak in the NFL of scoring in the first half of 99 straight games just got broken, which is completely insane to me, like, that they didn't put up any points. Like, if it were the last game, I would have expected it more than this game. But 17-0, it's halftime. Let's bring my partner in crime up here. What do you thought of this game so far?
Wow. Talk about momentum. And I didn't think that. I thought the Colts were going to come out. They come out throwing. I thought, oh, that's the game plan that they don't want to play. But they righted the ship. They got a drive down the field. We're using the run game, which is their strong suit. They score a touchdown. They get a blocked punt, blow the game open, and then they tack on points instead of going for it on fourth down, which is what you should do when you have a big lead. So far, so good. I'm not comfortable with that lead just yet, but it's.
I'm not comfortable with 17. I said if it was 28-0, that's the only time I'll be like, all right, the Colts have got this game in the bag. But anything less than 28, they're not safe.
Well, the block punt plus the turnover really changes the outlook of the game.
They should have put up 7 right there, in my opinion.
Yep. Looking good. I mean, as far as, the Colts are concerned.
Also, Crafty Southpaw said Colts could go toe-to-toe with any team in the league, in my opinion. 100%. Because of their dominant run game and their semi-dominant, they're not always completely this dominant as they are right now, but mostly dominant defense and their solid run game. They can beat probably any team on the right day.
Absolutely. The Colts have all the right pieces and parts, including coaching staff, special teams.
And they're getting healthy at the right time. Nelson struggled. He had the surgery when Wentz had it at the beginning of the year, and this is what I was telling my buddy Joe. I was like, even if he comes back at the same time as Wentz, he doesn't need to. He's a much bigger boy, He needs to rest that, let it heal right. And then he got hurt again, went out onto the IR. So he's finally getting healthy. So that offensive line is getting dominant again to be able to open things up for Hines and Taylor.
Just look at how close this could have been. If New England would have punched that ball in there and made it 17-7, then they get the ball to start the second half. They could have been down 3 points and after 2 possessions. Instead, they're down 17-0, and that makes it a necessity to come out and put up. I think they need to put up a touchdown to start the third quarter.
They have to. They have to because look, this is what I was talking about on the Chargers Chiefs game on Thursday at the start of the second half. The start of like the fourth quarter or whatever, the last possession before overtime that the Chiefs had. There was like 9-10 minutes left of the game. I said it is 100% possible to take one drive and take it for 9 minutes and run the clock and never give the other team the ball back. The way that the Colts run the ball, they can take every possession and kill all of that clock because they've been able to get those 3 extra yards they need for the first down, like 4 extra yards. They're able to do that with Taylor, even in the pass game if they needed to, but like just with the run game. So the Patriots have to score on every possession from here on out or they have no chance of winning this game. At least 3 points every single possession. And their defense has got to play the bend, don't break, stand tall, and shut Taylor down or this game's going to get out of hand.
Well, I don't think they can stop him. I think they've got to force 1 or 2 third and longs, but I don't think they can stop Taylor.
So I want to bring this up because I saw it before we went live, but Nathan Richardson is our Raiders fan in here. He said the 3 games they moved was complete BS, not going to lie, especially the Raiders game. So I want to know your thoughts on that.
I agree. I think the NFL should have held pat because, they made such, qualms about playing these games on time, but enough people complained about this mass outbreak that they showed preference or favor to some of these teams.
It really feel like that it was Baker Mayfield running his mouth all over Twitter. I feel like that's what it was.
I really don't think so. I think what it boils down to is what everything in this world boils down to, the almighty dollar. If they have to cancel a game, look at all the lost revenue between the NFL and all these teams. I think they pushed them forward so that they could field full teams out there, give them one opportunity. But it's all about money. It's not about anything else. I mean, there's no integrity in the NFL.
I mean, even if they give time to get some of these guys back, I still feel like the Raiders are going to win this game, personally.
I mean, that's my pick, honestly. I picked the Raiders just because –
I picked the Raiders before both of their starting 2 quarterbacks, both before Jarvis Landry, before they got hit with this COVID. I said, I think the Raiders will win this game.
Cleveland's a lot like Dallas.
Cleveland's a lot like the Raiders right now.
I mean,
they got a better run game.
I just feel like that Cleveland's a lot like Dallas, and that suits the Raiders' style of play.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. I mean, the Raiders can beat the Dallas, I think as long as they can somewhat contain Myles Garrett, they're not going to be able to stop him. It's just like you said about Jonathan Taylor. They're not going to be able to stop him. But if they can somewhat contain him, give Carr some breathing time, he can make deep passes. He can make good passes. He can win that game.
Yeah, I think Derek Carr has all the skills necessary. He knows what it's like to go up against Myles Garrett. It's just a matter of him getting maybe a little outside the pocket, maybe not being so stationary. And then, you know what? And they got to have a little bit of a running game. I mean, when they've won, they've had a little bit of a running game. So that's got to happen as well.
Yeah, Quizquam, I see what you mean there. But, yeah, they need to find a more consistent testing mechanism. They can't just make it different for, they're testing vaccinated players only showing symptoms. They're not testing all of them, and then they need to regularly test the unvaccinated. They need to continue, they got to be consistent through all 32 teams, which is why the players themselves are upset. Guys like Baker Mayfield, look, I don't care what he has to say, honestly. I literally, I don't care if they dump him and no team ever picks him back up. His opinion's irrelevant to me. But for fairness across the league, I feel like everyone should be treated the same, vaccinated or unvaccinated, when it comes to testing. Because you can carry it and feel 100%, whatever. There's a million different directions. So I just feel like the one thing that needs to be sent to the NFLPA, to Roger Goodell, whoever needs to get to, is they just need to be consistent with whatever they decide. Everybody get treated the same. Don't make them do different things, because this whole Antonio Brown fake vaccination, that stupid, would have been avoided if you're like, okay, everyone has to wear masks indoors and everyone has to get tested every day, vaccinated or not, or once a week, whatever it is. Just make it the same for everybody. Don't treat anyone different based on their status. Don't give anyone leeway because they're vaccinated. Yes, that's a good thing. They're getting rewarded for getting the shot or whatever. But when it comes down to it, you're all touching the same guys in every game. You need to treat everybody like they're the next person.
Luke, no, I don't like Baker, period.
It's not, no, dude, I hate Baker Mayfield.
It's not even it's not even him when he plays the game of quarterback. I think it's the outspoken takes that he has all the time. The snide comments.
The day I realized I did not like Baker Mayfield is when he got drafted. His exact words were, "The Cleveland Browns need me. I'm the guy to turn their franchise around." They went through a million guys. You're no different. You just lasted the longest.
Hey, another thing is the day that they started making Baker Mayfield commercials for Progressive, I went to Geico.
I'm with Geico also.
No, I just, you know what? There's something about his personality that is very unbecoming. And it's not even arrogance. It's something else. I'm just not sure.
It's arrogance for me. When I swear, the day he got drafted and he said, "Yeah, the Cleveland Browns need me. They have to have me or they will not make it." No, the Detroit Lions are still here for the millionth year in a row, being god awful. Nobody needs you, okay? Vaccinated can get Delta and Omicron. Yeah, a girl I work with, her entire family was out all last week. She doesn't work with me, but she works at the casino I work at. Her entire family, tested positive, got really, really sick. And her and her mother were vaccinated. So anybody can get it. It doesn't matter. You should treat everyone the same, test everybody the same, make all the same rules. No need to make it diverse, separate the vaccinated from the unvaccinated. Just treat them like people, treat them all the same, make it equal so no one can bitch about it.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, Kathy's pretty well on it too. I mean, even if you're vaccinated, you can still get this Delta or Omicron. It doesn't really much matter. The problem is that it's still a big deal amongst the players in the NFL and how they go about it. And now it's a tool that they can use to shut down games, reschedule games to their liking. So, I think all the teams should go back to their advanced protocols from last year.
What Crafty Southpaw said, NFL should have never scaled back the testing the vaccinated. Everyone, That's just everyone needs to be equal. Keep it the same. Then you can't be like, Omicron. No, I just say Omaha.
Yeah, it's just, they've got to go on and they've got to play. I just feel like that this weekend for some teams is BS because they showed favoritism to other teams just because they had a bad week of people that, weren't either
I
doing
just
the right
feel like,
things.
teams like the Browns, the Rams, those were the top two teams that got hit the worst. And yes, showing favoritism, but like I feel like it's because, if the Browns were to win this game, it makes the playoff race that much more interesting. And so like, more people will be invested, more people want to watch it, more money will be made. And so like if the Browns lose this game, it kind of pushes them out a little bit. And so that I feel like that's why it.
Well, here's the next bad thing about stretching these games out. What if you're stretched out to Tuesday and then you go back on a short week? I mean, I didn't even look to see who plays on the Saturday because there's games on Christmas. There's Saturday and Sunday games, so a short
I know
week.
Christmas is the Browns and Packers play. I don't remember what the other game is. They keep showing commercials, but I've only noticed the Browns and Packers. There's two games.
So the Browns play Monday, then they play again Saturday.
Yeah. And they're not going to move that game because it's a Packers game. They won't move it. It's Christmas. It's a Packers game. Like, that's a thing that's not going to get changed. I just know.
Oh, well, I got to say, I'm getting ready to jump back the other direction. Your third quarter is getting ready to start here just momentarily. New England needs to score right here to make this a game.
Yeah, New England doesn't score. This game is getting out of hand.
Yeah, and do not take the ball out of Jonathan Taylor's hands.
For just like one more second. Thanks.
Okay, well, my feed's a little bit ahead of hers, so they're getting ready to kick off. Honestly, so it's gonna be solid here. But you know what? If New England doesn't score here, this might be a very long half for them. Oh. But yeah, the schedule's so messed up. I thought, we were going to be in here almost every day this week, which that was never really our goal. We wanted to do, 1 or 2 days a week apiece. And now it looks like we're running 4, 5, and 6 days a week. And it's almost like a job. But honestly, we have a blast. Tell you what, we're going to learn something tonight about Mac Jones as a quarterback. We're going to learn about Bill Belichick as a coach. We're going to learn how this team handles adversity because here we go, getting ready to.
Cards are next Saturday. That sounds like a great game.
Yep. All right. I'll be back if you need anything.
All right. Well, we will be here partying it up. Is it fair to say that this is Mac's worst game? Okay, well, I know that there was one game earlier in the season that was absolutely atrocious. It was in the first 3 or 4 weeks. I don't know which game it was, but I don't even want to say that this is his worst game because he did have that turnover, but other than that, he hasn't made a lot of mistakes. He just hasn't connected with some guys. So I feel like earlier, one of those games in their 4-3 start or whatever. I can't even remember, but yeah, I think one of those. I remember one of them they got blown out, and I think it might have been the Saints or something. Yeah, Saints game. Okay, so yeah, I thought it was the Saints, so that one's got to be his worst game. All right, so they're gonna start from the 25 after the touchback. I missed the kick, but I saw it was a touchback. So they keep it on the ground, but the Colts stands tall, and they only get 2 or 3. All right, let's see what kind of halftime adjustments they made to make this a game. All based off he Titan Kronos or the crown. As I say, Saturn is Satan. Don't research it. It's too mind-blowing. 2nd and 8, they got Born in Motion. Jones throws to Myers, and it looks like it's going to be 3rd down and short. 15 straight games with a takeaway, block punt, 1 sack, 1 interception tonight. Colts defense, yeah, they've stood tall today. Colts fans have got to be happy as long as they can maintain. 3rd and 1 here, a big conversion for the Patriots. Got a guy in motion. Myers. Jones melting down. Maybe. All right, Jones throws. Oh my God, it's picked off. Okay? I didn't see that yet, but you might be right, Crafty Southpaw. Second turnover of the game. He's still staying calm and collective, though. So, Luke, we're getting closer. Oh, Crafty said the same thing. We're getting closer for your statement to being a solid yes. I'm gonna base it off of his next drive, but this is getting pretty close to that. Mac Jones looks like such a child to me. Like, I can't say much. I literally look like a child. Jones came from what college? Alabama. He just looks like a 13-year-old boy, maybe 15, and it just makes me laugh. So the ball's on the New England 20 here. They're already in the red zone. Start their drive. So Jonathan Taylor had 18 carries in the first half. So whoever said if he gets 25 carries, they'll win, he's going to hit that. So they throw quickly to, looks like Doyle. And they don't get anywhere. Al Davis would be leading riots to Goodell's house right now. You're right, though. Seriously, he would light his house on fire right now. This is the largest lead versus the Patriots since 2005. They've played 14 games in between that. So this 17-point lead is historical right now. And I can't believe it either, but all right, looks like Taylor's in the backfield again. Wentz is calling an audible at the line. Wentz rolls right, and he throws down in the middle of the field, nearly picked off by J.C. Jackson, and it's going to be 3rd and 10. Bama quarterbacks don't really excel in the pros. That's how I feel about Ohio State quarterbacks. But, you know, like, Hurts played in Alabama. He's finally coming up into his own. Last year was his rookie season, and he had a really that organization was an absolute dumpster fire when he got there. And, you know, it's starting to get a little better with Nick Sirianni. So it's too soon to tell for him. And then Tua, he's finally coming into his own about at the same time as Hurts. So, like, I don't know. It's hard to tell for me. But Ohio State quarterbacks, you don't see a lot of them. Wentz is in trouble, avoids the first sack, and gets taken down the second time. So this is going to be a 3-and-out after the turnover, probably a field goal attempt here. Colts are bad style matchup for the Pats. They can match most of the Patriots' strength. Tua and Mac will both be good quarterbacks. Yeah, and I know Hurts transferred to Oklahoma. We talked about that in here last week, but I still think he's got a lot of potential, and he played in Alabama. He played for Nick Saban, so. Well, they're showing the replay now. I didn't see the face mask from that angle, but it was the backside angle. But I believe you. Don't get me going on Bama and Ohio State players because it won't be pretty. The only Ohio State players I really like, and that field goal is up and no good, but there is a flag. You know, like I feel like Ohio State's built for you go and get defensive players out of there. You don't get quarterbacks. You know, like Chase Young per se, but like, you know, I'm not one to profoundly speak on college. All right, so the flag's coming up. So there's an offside penalty for the defense. Anyone remember Dwayne Haskins? No. What a surprise. Yeah, now he's a backup to Ben Roethlisberger's backup. It's probably backup. There's like 5 quarterbacks on that roster. Rashad Breeland was cut from the Vikings today after practice. Yeah, I saw that he got cut I only know that because, he's a former Chief, and so I actually, noticed it. So after the penalty, they re-kick. It's a 41-yard field goal. The kick is up, and they extend their lead to 20. Yeah, I'm curious where Brashad will end up. I know he has issues with, PIs and stuff, but, I feel like he is still a good cornerback. Washington's GMs do. I mean, the Raiders took 2 DBs from Ohio State. Where are they now? Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's hard to tell anymore. But I was kind of hoping they would start Dwayne Haskins for Pittsburgh this year so, nobody would have to worry about Pittsburgh. Isn't he the one that got fired because he was, going to a strip club and stuff during COVID? I mean, I know there was other issues. He sucked and got benched and got hurt and whatever, but didn't he, retaliate and, go hang out at a strip club or something stupid, and then he got fired from the team? I think Breland was frustrated with the organization. Yeah, I didn't know what exactly happened. I'm going to look up the details of that. But I do enjoy him as a player. He's not the best, but he's a good, if your starter gets hurt, a good guy or you want someone to share reps with, in game. I feel like Will Haskins was a gift basket of issues. Justin Fields could be a good quarterback. He will be the first one in a long time if he ends up maintaining and staying. And this is why everyone's like, fire Nagy. And I get it. And I get why Bears fans are saying it, whatever. I personally like Nagy. He was with the Chiefs during, the come up of Patrick Mahomes. But it's really crucial for a rookie quarterback to not lose their head coach after the first year. Because, like Trevor Lawrence, it could, unless they get someone just really good, could end up being a bust. There's a Saturday night game. What the fuck? I just turned on YouTube. Well, there was supposed to be 2, but they rescheduled one of them for Monday. But what's up, Jonathan? We were just talking about you a minute ago about the whole Kurt Warner movie. Yeah, Haskins also didn't seem to care. You're right. But I still think Justin Fields can end up being good, but I feel like it'll hurt him the most with Nagy being gone next year. All right, 20-0. Colts kicking off here. 11:49 left in the third. Comes out Christmas. Yeah, that's what someone was asking about it, and I told them that you were in here the other day telling us about it a little bit. It's going to be a touchback, so they're going to go back to the 25-yard line and try it again. I like the Jags interim head coach because he stood up for Trevor. I do like that. I saw something today about Doug, the Eagles' last head coach, Doug Peterson, is that his name? I saw him being one of the front runners for the Jags head coaching job. Matt Nagy's just the NFC version of Adam Gase. I don't agree completely. It just looks bad because he caters to the media. If he just coached the way he wanted to, this team wouldn't look like that. But he lets the fans and the media dictate his decisions, and therefore he is looking worse. 2nd and 5 now. They kept it on the ground the first, and he got about 5 yards. Urban Meyer shot himself in the foot. Yeah, Urban Meyer, which time, kicking the kicker, the Ohio incident after the Bengals game, benching James Robinson, calling their staff losers. So they run the ball again. It looks like there's another fumble. Everyone's pointing. Wait, the hoodie is losing. So they said Jonnu Smith comes up with the football. So the ball definitely got stripped out of there. Chiefs versus Bengals, what are you going to do? I'm going to cheer my heart out and hope for the best. Me and my dad are actually going to be at the Chiefs versus Bengals Week 17 game on January 2nd. I'm going to, it's always Chiefs first for me, but I'm so torn. I want the Chiefs or the Bengals to make the playoffs. All right, there's a flag on 3rd and 2. Mac Jones got taken to the ground instantly. If it's in the playoffs in the Chiefs and Bengals, I'm going to still cheer for the Chiefs because I'm going to be ecstatic that the Bengals are there. It depends on how far up the Chiefs are and how much more the Bengals need Week 17, which direction I decide to go. Still nothing about the Chargers player that went down Thursday night. So he is cleared from the hospital. He just had a concussion, and I did some research on it. So it's going to be 1st and 10 after that penalty. Mac Jones scans. He throws pretty deep up to Nelson Aguilar, and it was nearly picked, but it got broken up. Yeah, so there's like a 10%, it's a small percent chance of what happened to him on a normal concussion to happen, where he locked up and everything. And so it's just a concussion. He's out of the hospital. He's doing fine. He's just in concussion protocol or whatever. But it was real scary looking, but he's good. And it's scary the way that it all looked, but he is good. So he tweeted a picture today. So I didn't know if he was on social media yet. I just read stuff from the Chargers and everything. All right, from the 38-yard line, 2nd and 10, they hand it off to Stevenson, and he only gets about 3. And now there's a flag. This game's getting ugly. So it's going to be an illegal block in the back from the offense here. So they're going to move backwards on this play. UCLA Medical Center has great doctors. Absolutely. According to Joe Buck, he was just shaking from the cold. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, the fencing position. That's what it was. I remember him saying that when I looked it up yesterday. So it's going to be 2nd and 20 here. But yeah, that was what his reaction of going up like this. Because you notice once they strapped him down, his arms were still up. That's just, like you said, a reflex that you're born with. It's just scary looking. So he throws it up to, I think that was Aguilar again. So it's going to be 3rd down here. I do respect Mac Jones' ability to stay calm. It's getting real loud in there, but you're right, Tim. UCLA has great doctors. I know the whole Los Angeles area, because that's where Joe Burrow, even Tom Brady, guys like that go and for surgeries and stuff. Joe Burrow had his knee surgery in the last year there. This could be 3rd and 11. So that Nelson Aguilar pass was a gain of 9. Mac Jones is dropping back. He's scanning. He loads up deep to Aguilar, but he's going to be short of the 1st down. When he went up, he was still in the first, he was across the 1st down line, but when he finally caught the ball, he was just short. So they're rushing to the line quickly. It's going to be 4th and short. It was close to a 1st down. They extend their arm. It's meant to help the body from falling. Okay, so I didn't know that much about it. I just knew that it was called the fencing position, so that's pretty cool. So they got Hunter Henry in motion. They run. He kind of just lobs it up. That was probably the worst pass of the game for Mac. I don't know if they just weren't on the same pages or what, but that's going to be a turnover and downs for the Patriots. You're right. Nothing's going right for them right now. Colts up 20, 8-12 left in the 3rd. We're going to commercial. This has been just a weird game, man. I forgot to take the poll down. 45 of you voted in the poll. That's super awesome. I think that's 46 of you. I feel like that is a new record for us. So our next goal for the next game is 50. Belichick is pissed. Oh, I'm sure. Let's end this poll. 52% said Colts, 41% said Pats, 6% said tie, a total of 46 votes. Looking like week 2 Patriots. That's what I'm saying. Oh, let's get that out of here real quick. Didn't show up. Oh, there it is. Okay, there's that's gone. What's up, Robs? Nice to see you. Of course, Denise and I took the Pats over the Colts. My sister and her wife took the Colts. Not looking good here. I took the Colts because I can't root for the Patriots, but I'm torn both ways. Like, I'm content with whoever wins this game. Patriots lose, the Chiefs stay in number 1 for a little bit longer. The Colts lose, the Bengals have a better chance. So I'm right there. Nothing better than watching the Patriots lose. I hate your bro, pal. Everything going okay for you so far, Rob? People have been rating streams lately with troll usernames. Yeah, I saw a lot of that in Grossi's streams today and yesterday, so it's getting bad. But the Pats had that big winning streak going. I mean, the Colts are on a winning streak. Well, they lost that game against the Bucs, but other than that, they've won most of their last, 4, 5, 6 games outside of that one. So I don't know. I just think that the Colts have the better run game right now. But right now, the Colts are playing better on all 3 phases. Nothing may be going right for the cheat treats, but everything goes great when you're eating an M&M's ice cream sandwich. I mean, that does sound pretty good. I've been thinking about those, like, Snickers bars that are, like, ice cream, but they're the Snickers bar. I was thinking about that last night. Yeah, I'll try to stay on top of those troll people in here because we had this happen a few weeks ago, and it was really bad. All right, 1st and 10 for the Colts on the Patriots 47. He throws in the middle to Michael Pittman Jr., and it's broken up. Life without a car really sucks. Well, I got my truck back, but now I have a running vehicle. Life without a car really sucks. Absolutely. Shelby's Mustang was out for like a couple of weeks, like a month or 2 ago. And so that was like really stressful. We still had, my Kia, but like some of these, it's a lot harder, one person or 2 people, 1 car. And so I get it. Hand off to Taylor on 2nd and 10, and he gets a big chunk. Colts would be almost 50-50 against any team in the league. Yeah, I mean, the Colts on a good day can beat anybody. If the Colts show up and are having a bad day, they could lose to just about anybody also. So it's going to be a 3rd and 4 here. 7:40 left in the 3rd quarter. I haven't driven off the farm in over 10 years. That's a long time. I'm eating peanut butter and jelly out of the jars. The jars. I love that you had plural for that. I've never done that, but I eat peanut butter out of the jar very frequently. Carson Wentz has only completed 4 passes in this game. All right, so this was a QB draw. Wentz runs, and he's just short of the 1st down. I felt like a teenager asking my mom if I could use her car. I went without a car for it was a couple months because I was driving this 03 Kia Rio or something, and my transmission went out like 2 weeks after I got it. And I understand. Wentz is a bum, Jonathan. I know most of you guys weren't here from like the very, very beginning, but I said this earlier, and you hadn't made it in here yet. Like this channel, our first big live stream we did, we spent 4 hours just talking about how Carson Wentz was a bum. And so it's like an ongoing thing. They go for it on 4th and 1 and get it. So it's going to be 1st and 10 with 6.5 left. But yes, he still has a job because Jonathan Taylor's carrying them. Yeah, that was an easy conversion. I mean, when you line up behind a guy like Quentin Nelson, it's pretty easy. He's a pretty trustworthy guy when he's like completely healthy. All right, so 1st and 10 on the 36-yard line, New England territory. They got Hines in motion all the way down to the bottom of the field. Wentz is rolling right, throws it right into the hand of a Patriot, but it bounces out because he was not expecting that to come right to him. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. See, this is where this game could get interesting. Put the ball in Carson Wentz's hand. This game is over. You know, Wentz can't win with his arm. Give it to Jonathan Taylor. Finish this game out. Wentz lucky he hasn't been picked at least 3 times already. That's what I'm saying. He's a bum. He threw it right in his hands, but if he would have been more expecting that, he would have caught that. And that's a pick. If he would have caught that, that was definitely an open lane touchdown. See, now they hand it to Taylor on 2nd and 10. He is carrying a pile of guys for about 5 yards. I mean, Colts don't have the best wide receivers either. T.Y. is always on the IR. So I think they said the ball is out, and there's also a flag on the field. Yeah, T.Y. is a top receiver when healthy, and also they've got another guy that's been on IR. So really, they got like Michael Pittman. You know, well, now Michael Pittman's throwing hands with himself. He's angry. And they got Zach Pascal, but like I can't even remember the other guy's name that's also on the IR, at least was. Oh, so there was a fight. I thought there was like a fumble. I missed that, but Jesus. Dude, Jonathan Taylor doesn't look like he's that big, but seriously, he is insane. Yeah, he underwent knee surgery. They said that he was only going to be out for the regular season, but it looks like he won't even make the playoffs either. Yeah, everybody's losing their cool right now. Pat's defender ripped a Colts helmet off. Yeah, I saw it like after the fact. I didn't realize it at first. Also, there's some weird noises being made in the crowd at Utah State and Oregon State bowl game. What kind of weird noises? Okay, so they disqualified number 23. And they disqualified Michael Pittman Jr. as well. I have no clue. Great American Christmas, a fight on football field. Okay, Kyle Duggar is the cornerback that got ejected, and Michael Pittman Jr. I feel like this is not the last little chippy situation we're going to have in this game either. I feel like, you know, they're not division rivals. They are both in the AFC, but like there's always been tension between the Colts and Patriots since the Brady era. So I'm kind of surprised this didn't happen sooner. Especially when after that punt were blocked and it was 14-0 and the Colts defense kept getting stops. Like I'm surprised it didn't start in the first half. But I think this Patriots defense is just getting frustrated at Jonathan Taylor getting over 5 yards a carry every single time they hand him the ball. Like 4 guys are on his back and he's just pulling them along. I have no clue. All right, 3rd and 3. The Colts are in field goal range already. So they run it to Taylor, and I think this is the first play he loses yards. Are you Sherlock Mahomes? Did I beat you in fantasy this week? You beat me in fantasy last week, but you didn't this week. I've won 2 in a row. Yeah, we're in playoffs now, Rob. I'm playing against Phillip, and I'm probably going to get my freaking butt smacked. All right, 4th down, so they're going to kick the field goal. It's 4th and 5. They lost 2 yards on that. They got Michael Badgley as their kicker because Rigo has been out with a hip injury since that no good. So I don't know. You're not playing Shelby this week, but you're playing either Amanda or Peyton. I think you're playing Amanda this week, Rob. Some of the fans that have the one things you can shout. Some of the fans might have that one thing you can shout out of. Oh, yeah. Oh, I took the score down, and I don't know why I did that. Marshawn Lynch is incredible. Yeah, you did beat me. I had that game locked up, but he just came out of nowhere. Rob's in the loser bracket. He might win out, though, if Shelby doesn't come out or Amanda. Yeah, that's Amanda, Team Ducky. Because I think Shelby said she had Peyton this week, so. Yeah, I got Phillip the next 2 weeks, and I'm probably going to come in 3rd/4th place because of that. Because he's got probably the most elite team right now. This game is over. Yeah, it's pretty close. I mean, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so I'm not going to say that just yet. I'll never say game's over in the 3rd quarter, but, it's getting messy. It's getting really messy really fast, and, this is a real test for Mac Jones and, him being so young to play a role in how immature he's going to be. Thanks to Cup, I'm in 3rd. Is my team chopped liver? Yeah, well, your team didn't put up 200 points last week, so. He has Kittle, Adams, Justin Jefferson, Nick Chubb, Aaron Rodgers. I don't even know some other ones. I have done it, though. I mean, I've done it, though, so, I know. But this late in the season's when it matters the most, and he did it last week. Shelby lost by 0.4 points last week. All right, Mac Jones drops back. He throws it in the middle and completes it to, it looks like Hunter Henry for a 1st down. So they're at the 49-yard line in Colts territory here. They are trying to get a comeback coming or work up a comeback here, I guess. I did not know how to word that the right way. All right, Jones loads up in the middle and hits Nelson Aguilar for another 1st down. And he got hit hard. He's a little shaken up on that play. He's just pulling himself off. Cup helped me win by 100 against an all Bengals team. Yeah, that's why I lost last week because Rob has a mostly Bucks team. And, I have a good team. I did pretty well. I had Najee Harris, Patrick Mahomes, Tyler Bass is my kicker. I had either the Bucks or Colts defense. It had to have been the Bucks defense last week. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. I don't know. I had a couple guys, and I only lost by a couple. I was projected to win by 30, and he beat me by, just a couple. He came back. All right, they got a man in motion. Stevenson in the backfield. They hand it off. He gets hard. Yeah, this game could get, bad if they don't keep it in. I wanted Stafford, but I got stuck with Prescott. Dude, Cup is like a fantasy gold right this season. My most consistent fantasy player this year has been Najee Harris. 2nd and 4 here. They've got Myers in motion. Looks like they're going to go back to the ground. Nope. Blitz coming. He loads up deep, and it was nearly picked off again. So it's 3rd and 4 here. The Patriots can get at least 3 on this drive. I believe they're in field goal range, but if they want any chance of winning, they gotta convert on this 3rd down. Jonathan Taylor and Dalvin Cook. Yeah, I mean Jonathan Taylor's went GOAT status this season. I thought he was good last year. He was a little banged up, but as a rookie, but he came back this year and I don't know, like it's a chip on his shoulder or something. And he's like, I'm gonna take the league by storm. 3rd and 4. Jones throws across his body. It looks like he hits Henry. An unbelievable throw. A cross-body throw. Ramsey hasn't helped me much. Yeah, I have the Bucks and Colts defense, and I only took the Bucks defense to be a petty. That was such a risky throw by Jones, but it ended up working out for him. They got the 1st down they needed. And Mac Jones took a pretty big shot on that play. I had Cam Akers, and my team would probably be elite with the addition of him staying healthy. But I had to get rid of him, obviously, at the beginning of the season. And so I got, I believe, either James Robinson or Josh Jacobs to fill his spot. And that is just not the same. I picked up the Rams. Hopefully they do well. They got Dallas this weekend. Hopefully the Rams beat Dallas. I freaking hate them. I don't hate them, but I don't like them. I don't like to see them win. I'm Team Washington for the NFC East. Jonnu Smith gets the ball, and he gets a block, and that was real close to a touchdown. But then there's a flag on the play. Oh, yeah. I thought you said the Rams played Dallas. Dallas plays Seattle, or Rams plays Seattle. Dallas plays Giants. So it looks like he got hit with a hold, so that's going to get called back from Jacoby Myers. I'm glad I traded for Jonathan Taylor when I did because I had Henry as well. Yeah, I was getting beat up by a team that had Henry and Kamara at the beginning of the season. And then, he slipped in the rankings after the injuries piled up. The last time the Patriots were shut out in the first 3 quarters was October 2nd, 2016 versus the Bills. There's 55 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And there's another flag. So it was already 1st and 20, and it looks like they're getting backed up 5 more. First and 23. So Nelson Aguilar is getting escorted to the locker room right now. He looked like he was a little. I mean, he took himself off the field immediately, but he was definitely hurting. Jones throws a screen pass to Bolden. He gets inside the 15-yard line. That cuts that up almost in half. And let's see if they run a play at the end of this 3rd quarter. It doesn't look like they're going to have time. So after the commercial break, we'll be at the 4th quarter here. And the Colts have completely shut them out. Oh, they pushed it to Tuesday. Yeah, it's going to be at Tuesday, and the Washington and Philly game will also be on Tuesday. Yeah, although there's NFL games every day this week except for Wednesday. I don't know if there's a Thursday game. I'm sure there is. So every day. So we got Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and then Saturday, Sunday, again. Lots of football, lots of days of football. I know everyone's upset about it, and rightfully so for their own reasons. I'm just excited because there's so many days of football this week. It gives me something to do. Well, Fox needs to stop promoting it for Sunday then. Yeah, it's going to be on Tuesday. I don't know if they got the late or the early game. I have it screenshotted on my phone. I just can't remember. Will the Patriots score any points this game? Or if the answer is yes, will they score more than 10? Tuesday Night Football sounds weird. I mean, it's just as weird as Saturday in my opinion, but I agree. So the Patriots are on the 12-yard line, 2nd and 10. Jones steps up, throws to the back of the end zone. That's a touchdown to Hunter Henry. There's 6 points. I almost went and got Hunter Henry today, but I took Dalton Schultz instead because I have Waller, but he's ruled out for the week. A little bit of regret. All right, so extra point is up and is good. So it's a 13-point game, but a whole quarter of football left to be played. So this is when things get interesting here. Wanted a shutout. I wanted a shutout too at the rate this was going. Let's go back to Wednesday afternoon football. What's up, Ice Boy Gaming? We wanted a blowout. I mean, it's still technically kind of a blowout. What's your team? Oh, on this channel, I'm going to pull you up for a second, Dad. The two of us run this channel, but, he is our Bengals fan. I got the Chiefs, so we support both of them. Let's get that off of here.
Sunny for 85 years? Yeah, that's right. Wait, so if that
I got it.
That makes you.
But yeah, we support the Chiefs and the Bengals. Oh, there's 2 of them. Bengals on here. What's your team? Ice Boy.
No. You look young.
Also nice to meet you. Never owe the ball on the clock. Falcons fans remembering 28-3. Never forget 28-3.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I was just saying, how big would a 3-and-out be right here is to make this game interesting?
Oh, it would be huge. And, if they don't keep it on the ground all 3 times, they're stupid. Don't depend on Carson Wentz. Run it twice, and if you don't get more than 2 yards, then throw it. I forgot I was rooting for the Pats. I just can't make myself do it. I can't make myself do it either. As much as I want the Colts to win, help the Bengals out, the Pats losing helps the Chiefs out. I don't care. I would rather the Patriots just lose out.
This is so bad. I mean, if the Colts lose today, it helps my Bengals more than anything, honestly. But at the end of the day, I just hate Carson Wentz. I don't hate the Colts.
There's a lot of I'm torn in here. What's up, Mr. Shuckle? I'm torn by this game. It would be great for my team if either team loses. That's how I feel. So I'm like, if it came down to just saying it like that, I would rather the Colts win. On NFL Network, they have the Eagles-Washington game and then Rams-Seahawks game listed at the same time. I thought they were going to spread them out. That's stupid.
I thought they were going like 5 and 8.
I don't know. Ickey Woods was the very first player I saw. I was about 8 years old.
Right
One of my
on.
prized possessions I have is an autographed Ickey Woods card. I'm a Titans fan. Oh, yeah, so that makes sense. Both losses for either team helped you. First time in 99 games. I know I saw that streak got broken because of that Darius Leonard pick. Doesn't affect the Rams any. Yeah, the NFC fans are like just vibing right now.
There's the thing, man. We got plenty of Packer fans in here a lot of the time, but there's a lot of Titans fans too.
Packers and Titans, I think, are the two biggest fan bases that hang out at It's in the Blood with us. Well, let's see how Monday is going to have some great games. Yeah, I'm fired up for Monday. So let's see how the Colts handle this. They've got Pascal in motion. They already lost Pittman Jr. They hand off to Jonathan Taylor, but let's see if they'll stick with it. Let's see if they'll stay disciplined and stick with it. Because I could see a Wentz interception if they start depending on his arms. He's already through almost 3. When Derrick Henry is still in the top 5 when rushing and he hasn't played. I saw that last weekend. He's ranked number 4th or 5 overall still, and he's not played in over a month.
If you look at the leading rushers and how they're playing, the big, strong guys are the ones that are carrying the load. It's not the scat backs anymore. Jonathan Taylor and Derrick Henry are big physical dudes.
Nick Chubb.
Yep.
Okay, so they're going to go to the air for the second play. They actually connect and get an actual good play out of that. That was his first catch today.
I like the Vikings. I'm not much of a Raider guy, and I'm on the fence about the Bills.
The last couple of years I've rooted for the Bills. I got a Bills jersey, I'm not. So that was just why. So I didn't even know he was playing. That was his first catch of the game. But I'm cool with the Bills. I hate the Raiders because I'm a Chiefs fan. The Vikings, NFC teams, I will root for any. If we got 2 games on here, one of them's an NFC team, and then the other one's an AFC team I don't like, I'll root for either of you. First and 10, they put the ball in Carson Wentz's hand, and it is tipped and picked off. I told you, Carson Wentz interception coming.
What's better than a 3 and out, an interception?
That's even, yeah. I like the Vikings team, but I just don't understand why nothing ever works. They've got a great team. They let Rashad Breeland go. I liked him, but according to Philip in here, he said that there were some issues between him and the team, not anything the team did, or maybe not that. I'm going to go ahead and say the Titans-Steelers game is going to be low scoring. Both offensives kind of suck right now. Yeah, I said that I think it's going to look a little bit like the Browns-Steelers game where there was less than 25 points scored. I could see that for that game. Derrick Henry playing like a kid with Michael Vick on Madden 04. You right, though.
Tell me something, though. Who in their right mind would call a pass play there? You're in the 4th quarter. You've got the best ball control running back in the game. Why throw it?
That's literally what I said. I said run the ball at least 2 times. They threw it on second down, so that means go right back to the run.
Yeah, that's why I try not to come up, Tim, because I'm on the television feed. She's on the stream feed, so I have 15 to 20 seconds before her. So I'm trying to keep my mouth shut.
Is there any chance of Derrick Henry coming back this year? I've been hearing rumors that he'll be back soon.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be back for the playoffs.
Cousins is Cousins. Cousins has the best TD to interception ratio. He's having a really quiet, good year. Honestly, these things are just not working out. And both defenses are badass. Yeah, the Steelers got a great defense. The Titans have had unexpected good defense. They've been riddled with injuries, but their defense has stayed strong throughout all of that. Starting from the Bills game, I'd say on, their defense has stand tall, and it's honestly impressed me for what, the losses they keep having on that defense.
Yeah, just waiting to see if Tennessee actually gets healthy by the end of the year. I mean, if they get healthy, look out. I mean, the AFC could have some problems.
Oh, man, this playoff race is crazy because I was looking at it last night. The top 4 teams, whatever, the Chiefs were at 10 and whatever, 2 teams were at 9, 1 team was at 8, and there was like 6 teams that were 7-4 or whatever it was, 7-6, whatever. I was like, Jesus Christ, the AFC's all literally on top of each other. If any of those teams lose 2 games, their season's over.
Yeah, if you lose a game in the AFC right now, you could go from 3 to 9. I mean,
See, Mason, everybody says that, but then I saw the post Diggs made talking so highly. I feel like Diggs just wanted out because they're a run-first team and he wants the ball more. I don't think it was about Kirk Cousins because he made this whole post about praising Kirk Cousins and everything. Like, I've heard both sides, but I saw the post he made, so I'm confused about it. They're re-showing that, see, yeah, it could be Frank Reich's play calling, but Carson Wentz made that throw that he never should have.
well, he called the audible at the line of scrimmage. You saw him change the play.
So Carson Wentz made that decision, not Frank Reich. That was horrible. All right, 2nd and 10. Jones throws and hits, and it's incomplete to N'Keal Harry, who that's the first time I've seen him in this game. First target, anyway. Pats need a TD off this. That will boost their morale, absolutely. Kirk does get a lot of hate for no reason. I mean, he did line up under the wrong dude in that one game. But other than that, he's had a good season.
Kirk Cousins has the best agent in the NFL. Every dollar that he makes next year is guaranteed.
Oh, what's up, Obi? I didn't even see you sneak in there. How much time is left in the game? 13 minutes and 14 seconds, 20-7. Patriots ball. They're trying to mount a comeback here because Carson Wentz decided to be Carson Wentz. He throws a short pass to the right to it looks like Bolden. He gets the first down and steps out of bounds after a couple more. So they're rolling. They still have a chance for a comeback. 13 minutes is a long time if they can get defensive stops. If you can get Carson Wentz to throw the ball, the Pats are going to win this game because Carson Wentz is still a bum.
Oh. All right. You snuck in. Wait a second.
It's puppy time. The book on Cousins has always been inconsistency and shrinking in big spots. Yeah, I mean, he does have faults, but he's protected the football in terms of turnovers and stuff. So he's done okay. Like, there's just always something that happen. So there's a flea flicker play. Jones loads up and does not connect with Myers. That would have been a great play. Loki! Puppy boy.
Oh. Man, what are you doing?
He likes the spotlight because he knows no matter what stream you put him in, everybody gets excited.
I know, right?
Man, if Myers had one more step, he would have caught that ball and it would have been nice. Is Mac Jones looking like Brady going into the fourth quarter? Mac Jones has been off all game. He's thrown 2 picks, one of them in the red zone, the second one in the other team's red zone. Like, it's been rough. Vikings have problems with kickers. They always choke. Yeah, their kickers have choked. They've lost a couple games. A lot of their games have been 3-point games. Now, I'm not going to lie, as a Bengals fan, I should, not say this out loud, but they should have beat the Bengals in week 2 or whatever. That Dalvin Cook fumble could have went either way, and if it hadn't went the Bengals' way, the game was over. I just did a Twitch stream about wrestling history. LOL, today we talked about
Terry
Funk.
Funk.
That's pretty sweet. That's one happy-looking pup. Oh, he's a happy guy. He just likes love. He's a lush.
All right, time to go. Either that or you can sit it down.
Vikings could be set on a rebuild. Their window to the Super Bowl closed. See, I kind of want the Vikings to lose out, and not because I think they're bad. Like, I would like to see the Vikings win out. I would rather see that. But, the rest of the Bengals, a lot of the games I want to see will get pushed up the more they lose. So, I'm fine with it either way. Oh, yeah, he was a Bengal for a while. I don't really care for that guy. He lost the first game of the year for Joe Burrow because apparently he pulled something, but no, you shouldn't have kicked it. If you were hurt, you shouldn't have kicked it at all. Like, I feel like he just choked it, and he didn't want to admit that he choked it, so he was like, "Oh, my leg." Not a huge fan of Randy Bullock. I thought he went. I know he's with the Titans now, but I thought he went to the Lions first, or maybe it was always Tennessee. I don't know, but yeah, last year he was with Cincinnati basically all season. I don't even think the Vikings would need an entire rebuild. They just need new pieces. He missed a few kicks, but he's better than what we had. I can't remember. Who was your guys' kicker before him? Oh, man. Jones had N'Keal Harry wide open all the way down the field. All right, 2nd and 10. Jones loads, throws into the middle, hits Harry this time, but he's going to be just a little bit short of the first down. Now it's making me mad. I can't think of who the Titans kicker was before Bullock. I know. I can even see his face. Harry's underrated. Hopefully, he's doing it after this year.
Is that the guy that the Buccaneers have?
No, Suckup's been there for a while, I thought.
Suckup kick for the Titans.
So they try to run the ball this time. Then Mac Jones runs into the pile. Oh, yeah. So Mac Jones runs up behind the running back to try to help push him in. But the Colts defense stacked and, did not let that happen. We had Suckup in 19. Okay, so yeah, they did have Suckup, but no, I'm talking about last year. So 4th and 1, they're going to go for it. They have to go for it. There's 11 minutes left in this game. They're going to throw the ball. They toss it down into the middle to Myers. He gets it, and now they're at the 21-yard line. So we're under 11 minutes. They get the first down. The drive continues. They're almost in the red zone. They need to pick up the tempo a little bit if they want to make a comeback. They're going too slow.
Titans had Gostkowski in 2020.
That's what he said, a washed-up Gostkowski. So another trick play, handoff to Kendrick Bourne, and he's got a lot of green in front of him. He gets down into the 5, and he loses the football, but I think he might have been down. He was on his back when it came out. Gostkowski, yeah. He was down. I don't think that was a fumble. He was laying on his back, I thought. He's definitely down, yeah. So Kendrick Bourne pushes him down in the 5-yard line. They need to make a quick play. I feel like they'll run the ball right here, which makes sense. But that Colts defensive line is stand tall this whole time. You need a play-action pass right here.
Wentz has got to be thinking about it if they go in here for 7 more.
All right, so he fakes the handoff. He throws the back of the end zone. He just overthrows him. 2nd and goal. 9:47 left. Yeah, Julio's been a bust for us. He's just not been healthy either. It's crazy. The time of possession, 13-13 in the half for New England, 6:58 for the Colts. N'Keal Harry would be a stud in the right system. You're right. So they run it. He gets a couple. It's going to be 3rd and goal. Colts QB has been throwing erratic. It was just a matter of time he got picked. That's literally the definition of Carson Wentz. He's a freaking bum. He makes bad decisions. That's why I don't understand why they don't just run the ball out. Because even Wentz can run the ball. It never needs to leave his hands if he holds on to it.
You know, there's been a lot of New England penalties today that have been very uncharacteristic of their team.
This has been an uncharacteristic game. Oh, they false started. They were on like the 2-yard line. Mac Jones finally hits 200 yards. He's 20 for 31, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. I hope nobody started him in fantasy today because those 2 interceptions killed your fantasy score. Next week on our Wrestling History stream, we're doing a deep dive on the rise and fall and the rise again of Jake the Snake Roberts.
Jake the Snake Roberts. God, it takes me back.
Wentz' biggest plays drawing DPIs. Yeah, overthrown deep balls. That's like his best throws. 3rd and goal. Jones got a lot of time in the pocket. He's flushed out. He's running backwards and just throws it back. If he would have threw that just a little bit lower, Henry was open. So it's going to be 4th and goal. He got to go for it. 9 minutes exactly left in the game. And they're going to kick a field goal. Wait, the refs wanted to throw flags on the Pats? That's a big shock. Brady's not there anymore. There's no shock. 25-yard field goal attempt for the Patriots.
I don't see where a field goal really helped them there.
Makes it 10 points. They'll still need another field goal and a touchdown.
It's still 2 scores. I don't understand why they did that. But you know what? Who's to question Belichick?
He threw the ball only 3 times against the Bills, so I don't question him anymore, especially after that.
Now, here's the question. Do you think Carson Wentz will come out throwing again? If so, they need to
I do, because this is what the Colts do in fourth quarters of games. All of their losses this year, except for the one that got blown out, is literally this. Carson Wentz folds at the end of the games. Why didn't they beat the Buccaneers? Carson Wentz folded. Okay, the muffed punt. I don't even blame the second interception because that was like the last play of the game. But the muffed punt and the turnovers. Wentz fumbled. Wentz threw a pick. Then they muffed a punt. This is what Wentz does in second halves of games. It doesn't matter. Jonathan Taylor could rush for 300 yards, 5 touchdowns, and the other team comes back, ties it up. You hand the ball to Wentz in overtime, he's going to throw it. Even against, I think, the Titans, they went into overtime, and Wentz threw that interception that ended up losing the game. I'm just saying, Wentz is not a guy you want in the 2-minute drill. Wentz is not a guy you want under pressure. Wentz is like Baker Mayfield in a 2-minute drill. Unless you're playing against Cincinnati, then that doesn't count. Yeah, see, Wentz folded against the Titans. They had a chance to win, but he threw a pick. That's what I'm saying. He folds in overtime, fourth quarter, critical situations. He'll make dumb decisions. This game's about to get a lot closer now that the ball's going to be, Baker catching strays. I will find a way to fit in a shot at Baker if I can. The only time Baker is an elite quarterback when he plays against Cincinnati. And hopefully in Week 18, this will be the first game he does not. So Brashad Breeland is expected to draw interest from multiple Kings. Kevin Byard's having an elite year, honestly. That's what I'm saying. That Titans defense has done nothing but impress me because they lose so much. I'm not complaining Pats can lose. I'm not complaining either. I'm not complaining either way. Okay, they're showing the double-digit blown leads. The one at Baltimore, the one at Tennessee, and the one versus Tampa Bay. Those are 2 of the 3 games I just mentioned. The Baltimore one I don't even count because like that was before the Colts were even remotely healthy and they had nobody on defense. All right, so they decide to bring it out on the kickoff. He makes it to about the 24. I was like, hold on to the football. I thought it was going to go flying out. J.C. Jackson, dude's having an elite year. His passer rating allowed for this season's 39.5. Tonight is 46.7. You know, when Stephon Gilmore was on that team, they didn't talk about J.C. Jackson, but J.C. Jackson's elite. All right, 1st and 10. Let's see what the Colts managed to do here. They hand it off to Taylor. All right, one good decision. He gets a hole and a 1st down and about 3 more. All right, let's see if we'll hand it off again. Jonathan Taylor, MVP. Let's all chant that because I want that to be true. I feel like Nick Chubb and Jonathan Taylor have the exact same build.
I think Taylor has him by about 20 pounds, though.
I don't know. Just watching them play, they look the same to me. All right, 1st and 10. They got Taylor in the backfield. They hand it off. Taylor fighting through everybody. One player to watch out for is Nate Hobbs for the Raiders. Dude's gonna be a shutdown cornerback. Nate Hobbs. All right, so it's going to be 2nd down here. Let's see if they can hand the ball off.
You're right, Alex. They're the exact same size.
I told you, I'm just from looking at them. I didn't ever looked it up, but I looked at them and I'm like, they look exactly the same.
Jonathan Taylor's 5'10", 226. Nick Chubb is 5'11", 227.
What did I say? That was just a visual guess. Something about Georgia running backs not having a long career in the NFL. Next pass he throws gets picked. You're probably right, Tim. Wentz sucks in the 4th quarter. All right, 2nd and 4. Let's see if they can hand it off. They got T.Y. on the sideline. That's a good sign.
Yeah, I mean, right now they're just eating up clock. Well, that's all they need to do. They don't need to do anything else.
Okay, they handed it off. Taylor's fighting. He's just short of the 1st down.
You could effectively
short. All right, this is the most important play for them to run the ball.
Oh.
Looked like Nelson got a little tripped up right there at the end. Carson Wentz has only completed 5 passes in this game. Croissant Wentz.
Yeah, one of them was to the other team.
Well, no, I wasn't counting those. So he's completed 6 passes. All right, 3rd and 1. He throws it, or he hands it off, but I don't know if he got there.
I don't think he did.
Kurt Warner was undrafted and won a Super Bowl. I made it to a 3rd with the Cardinals before retiring. Yeah, that game was stupid. The Cardinals should have won that Super Bowl. I don't know if he got it. Former NBA point guard Deron Williams just defeated former NFL running back Frank Gore. I forgot Frank Gore was going to be in a fight match.
Man.
4th and 1. Let's do it. Let's do it. It's going to be a win sneak. I already know. Oh, man. I thought they were going to do a jet sweep. It looks like he got it, but I'm not sure. All right, this game is almost over. Just another first down if they keep running the ball. Yeah, he got that. He got about another yard, too. Let's go, Croissant. I'm going to call him that forever now. Croissant wins. Carson Wentz has as many rushes as he does completed passes to his own teammates. All right, so the Colts take a timeout here. There's 4:50 left in the fourth quarter. Still up 10. Frank Gore said if a team wants him, all they got to do is call. Dude, Frank Gore is about to be able to play with his actual son if he comes back. I know he played with the Jets last year. That was his 20th season, I think, they said.
You know, running backs usually don't last that long.
Yeah, usually half that time.
If that.
If
they seem like they get spit out in the early 30s and done.
It's hard on the body. Frank Gore's like a tank. He's 38? He's up there.
I'll be sure.
So what's the Seahawks' current record right now?
5-8, 6. Hang on.
Do they have any possible run at the playoffs?
I don't think they're eliminated. No.
No, they're not eliminated, but anyone know the running back that played the longest? Unless you're Adrian Peterson. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's 38.
The Seahawks are 5-8.
So probably not.
Right now, they're chasing 6 and 7, so they're one game out of the playoff picture.
I guess it's still possible. Now,
49ers are 7 and 6, so they're chasing the last spot.
Yeah, Washington has to win. Yeah, Frank Gore's 38. And I believe he played last year was his 20th season.
Yeah, right now there is 5 teams in the NFC with 6 and 7 records.
Yeah, it sounds like the AFC at 7 and 6. Anyone know the running back that played the longest? Which?
He was a Chicago Bear, I think.
What running back played the longest in the NFL? Okay.
It's going to be old. It's going to be old school.
Jim Brown played 21 years. Emmitt Smith played 20 years. Let's see. I don't want to see ranks. I just want to see number of years. Wentz hands it off. Gets literally nothing. Adrian Peterson played 07 to 21. Where's Frank Gore?
There we go.
All right, 2nd and 10. So he got nothing on that rush. I would say looking at it, Jim Brown with 21 years is the longest I can see at the second. So now they're going to have 3rd and long, so they hand it off again, and it was another loss. George Blend, I played
That's the name I was
26
thinking of.
seconds as a kicker and a quarterback.
Oh, he wasn't a running back. He was a kicker and a QB. I'm reading something that said Lorenzo Neal, but I think he played for 8 different teams in 15 years, but he played 239 games.
All right, 3rd and 14. They're probably going to throw the ball with Wentz, and it's probably going to be a mistake. They might as well run it again.
Looks like they're just going to run out of time.
4 minutes left on the clock. And Wentz is running. He gets tripped up after he gets a couple by Kyle Van Noy. I like Van Noy more so on the Dolphins. Lorenzo Neal. Okay. How long did Lorenzo Neal in the NFL? All right, 4th and 12. Lorenzo Neal only played 16 seasons.
But they were saying that he played 239 games over the 16 years. That's where they were talking about.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure how that really fares out against everybody else. I'm reading
4th and 13. They punted. And he called a fair catch at like the 17-yard line. So, Gore's played for 5 teams in a 16-year NFL career. Wait, that looks like an old article.
What's up, Jellica Anna? Nice to see you, sweetie.
What's up, Jellicana? I think Fitzgerald has played with every team. Are you talking about Ryan?
Fitzpatrick.
He's played with 8 teams, 9 teams. All right, 1st and 10 from the 18. Let's see what these Pats got in them. Mac Jones loads deep in the middle and hits Kendrick Bourne for a nice game. I feel a 3rd INT coming from Mac. I also feel that way. He's gonna play smart, but he's gonna end up trying to force something.
Yeah, it's down to that kind of time.
Mac's got a lot of time, and he just throws it away.
Hell yeah, I'll do the icky shuffle if they make the playoffs.
You do the icky shuffle on the live stream? I love that.
I don't have enough room in my little studio area, but I'll definitely take a tripod outside.
I must really miss Larry. We all miss Larry a little bit. That man deserved a ring, just like Kurt Warner with the Cardinals. That Super Bowl should have been the Cardinals. I don't care what anybody says. Quick throw to the middle. He might have been better off just letting that one go. Now the clock's going to roll. There's a Colt that's down now, so they get the clock stopped anyway.
I don't want to go to work tomorrow.
I don't either. I had today off and it was so nice, but I slept all day. I'm so glad that the first game got postponed, so I had nothing, so I slept all day. Kurt was playing like a beast in that Super Bowl. Yeah, I agree. That was like one of the more early Super Bowls I can vividly remember for me. All right, 3rd and 6 here. This is a big 3rd down play. I feel like if they score, we're going to see an onside kick, and I'm ready for it. Oh, God, here's another one. All right, he hits Henry, gets the 1st down, but there's a flag. All right, let's see what happens here. They said that they think it's coming back. Oh, so there's a foul by both teams. Pass interference on the offense and illegal use of hands to the face on the defense. So it's going to be 3rd down and 6. Friggin' bots. That's what I'm saying. They're getting bad. They're not always in here on our channel, but I've seen them so far on everybody's channel getting bad. All right. Second biggest play of them. If you guys want to break down the draft class in the offseason, I'm down. I'm sure we will dive pretty far into that, especially him. He's a little bit better. Last year I did all right, but this year I'm not sure. Jones loads up the deepest throw I've ever seen him throw, and N'Keal Harry catches it down in the red zone. They got to start running if they want to even think about it. And they got a roughing the passer call as they're going to be on the goal line.
Close.
What, the 5-yard line?
7. 8. 7.5.
Oh, yeah, they hit him right under his chin. That catch, though, by N'Keal Harry, the longest play of the night in the air. Surprised Harry caught it. It was a good play. All right, Patriots about to make this game real interesting. Oh, that was nearly picked. I know nobody talk about Rakia Sin very much either on that Colts defense. I still hate Brady to this day. And Adam Vinatieri, ever since the Pats beat Warner and the Rams in the Super Bowl, that jump started the dynasty. That's true. I do love Adam Vinatieri, though. Shelby's sister and brother-in-law are like best friends with him, and they farm together. Isn't that crazy? I was like, why haven't I met him yet? All right, so he threw it out of the back of the end zone. It's 3rd and goal. I'm like, I need to meet Adam Vinatieri, please. Shelby, if you're listening, please. I'd like to meet Pat McAfee, too. Last year or the year before, had to have been the year before, my friend Joe went to a Colts game, and Pat McAfee was sitting like 5 rows behind him, and he got pictures and stuff with him. I was like, that's freaking sweet. 3rd and goal here. Oh, he hits him. Hunter Henry in the end zone. That's a tutty. Now I'm really regretting my decision on not starting Hunter Henry. I almost picked him up yesterday. I was this close. But I was like, I feel like the Colts will win this game, so I don't want to push my luck. All right, this is a 3-point game with 2:21 to go. They can't give the Colts the ball back. I mean, they can. They got a timeout and a 2-minute warning, but I don't know if they can get a 3-and-out.
You think they kick it deep?
I think they'll kick it deep and try to stop them. That was a nice play. This is where the decision to kick a field goal will hurt them. Yeah, on that 4th down. Pat McAfee is hiring right now. This dude is giving out book bags full of cash to his staff. I don't even care about the money. I would just want to work. I would work for him for free. Like 100%.
Yeah, just being there
and it's not fun.
Just being there on the set, working with that group, there would be money to be made. He didn't have to pay you.
Dude, I would like to be an unpaid intern. Like, I don't care about the money. Like, I could care less about the money. I would just, like, want to be able to sit in a room with him every single day. I watch his show every single day. And every time he goes, like, on the Spaces thing on Twitter, I always get on hold because he always picks random people to talk with him. So I get on hold immediately. so I can hopefully like one day just get on his Twitter space conversation.
Well, here you go. It's showtime.
All right, this is Carson Wentz. Don't be an idiot. Showtime. Unless they kick the onside kick, and if they kick the onside kick, it's just about over. And if they don't get it, and they kick it deep. All right, it's getting returned. It's at the 20, 25, 30. Oh, I thought he was going to fumble it. I was like, wow, leave it to the Colts. Pat's a good guy. Glad he works in WWE, living his dream. Seriously, he is the 100% the reason I wanted me and my dad to actually do this. Like, we talk about it. We talk football all the time before we started this channel. But I watched him, do all this, and I was like, man, if I could have any job, I would want it to be his, like, on YouTube and stuff. So that was definitely, like, my inspiration to push for this.
Wow.
All right, 1st and 10. Wentz has got just to get about 2 first downs. That's all he needs.
Needs 1 first down, really.
So they give it to Doolin on the jet sweep. That's the dude who hit him for 37 yards on the jet sweep earlier. And that should take us to the 2-minute warning unless the timeouts take a timeout here. All right, so they took their timeout now, so they have to run one more play before the 2-minute warning. So 2nd and 8. Whatever they do, they can't throw the ball. Mac Jones looked like he just got through war, man. Everybody already saw your face. All right, Carson Wentz is lined up with Jonathan Taylor in the backfield. It looks like Myers is down wide. They hand it off, and Taylor, they sent everybody. There was nobody back there in case that happened. Jonathan Taylor ran it 1,000 yards to the house. This game is over. Now, they need a touchdown and a field goal in 2 minutes and 1 second. They have to kick an onside kick if they do that. Jonathan Taylor, crown him the MVP right now.
It just saved his fantasy game for sure.
Look at Jonathan Taylor is MVP worthy right now. That's why you don't send a full out blitz. It doesn't matter. Like, that's why you don't do that.
Yeah, they haven't utilized him to his potential the whole game.
Taylor said, I'm not playing no more. He said, Henry's gone. This is my show now. Dude, he looked back like, there's no way you're catching me. He was 20 yards away from the end zone. He said, yeah, I'm fine.
Just tied a team record, 19 touchdowns from scrimmage.
Dude, the most rushing touchdowns by any team this season is 21, and he's got 19 by himself. Guy just saved this game. I think this game was pretty much safe anyway, but this game, I'm not counting this game out because Bill Belichick's still on the other side of the freaking ball, but that pretty much. Dude,
Yeah,
he's gonna beat his record by a lot. Look at that dude on the sideline. He's like, why me? Why did this have to be on me? That's a touchback. So they're going to run one play. We're going to get the 2-minute warning. Now, I've seen the Patriots score in one play 75 yards this season. I've seen it happen. They really need to go touchdown field goal because, like, you can get the field goal and go for the onside kick, but it's a lot harder to get in the end zone than it is to kick a field goal after you recover an onside kick. All right, he's going to be short of the first down, Jacoby Myers, because he ran backwards.
Dude, what a deal.
So he's got 11 games straight with a rushing touchdown. He's only one away from tying the record in NFL history with LaDainian Tomlinson.
And John Riggins.
And John Riggins. Yeah, but LT's better. LT's the GOAT of all time. That's coming from a Chiefs fan.
I used to watch Riggins. I didn't think nobody could tackle him. He was so big.
Yeah, but LT, dude.
I mean,
they've got the same record, so.
Taylor is representing those Badgers. He would have broke every collegiate record imaginable if he'd have stayed in college. But the thing of it was, if he stayed in college, he probably, as many touches as he got per game, he would, ouch. Oh.
2nd and 1. Throws a check down screen to Stevenson, and he's getting away, and he keeps going all the way down to the 50. They got to run. They got to sprint. Oh, there's another one. Will anyone beat LT's record for rushing TDs in a season? Let's get that out of here. Get that out of here. All right, so there's been a collision between a N'Keal Harry and I didn't see who the other guy was. Oh, man, there's so many of them. Get that out of here. We don't want you. What is his rushing record?
What's that?
LT's rushing record in a season.
Oh, for his yardage?
No, touchdowns.
12. 12 consecutive.
No, that's consecutive games. What is his rushing touchdown record
I'll
in
see.
one season?
Uh, 28.
28. Second and 10 here. I don't know that Taylor will set that this year, but JP.
They'd have played him if they'd have used him early.
What up, JP? How's the bar going? I stopped in there last weekend for a little bit. I fell asleep actually watching their stream. How many games in the season? Probably 16.
Yeah, back then.
There's only 17 this year. I mean, not only, but like it's only one more game. And he's at what, 19 right now?
Yeah, I don't think he gets 9 more in 4 weeks, but
if he gets 9 more in 4 weeks, that's insane. We had Santa in here earlier. I miss Santa.
how are they still coming in?
They're different accounts.
Oh.
They're all different accounts. The same accounts never made it in here twice because I blocked them. I'm going to start reporting them also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I blocked them. They're just different counts every time. That's why they keep coming. You'll have to rewatch. I will definitely do that because I want to go see Santa. All right, 2nd and 10 from the 50. 1:27 left. Let's see what Mac Jones can do here. They're running out of time. He's trying to change some things up at the line. He looks stressed. Kathy said I've been reporting them as well. Floats one too high for Myers. Oh, you guys are the best. Everybody's reporting them as well. I left Pittman in. Yeah, I had Pittman in my other league, and I didn't start him today because I was like, I feel like this is going to be a run-dominant game, and I don't have Taylor. Last year I had Hines. Well, I picked him up mid-season when everybody else got hurt for the Colts. And so Hines was basically their number one back. And I did pretty good at the end of my season out last year with him. 3rd and 10 now from the 50. Jones takes off running, and he gets strip sacked. The ball goes flying. Dude, that wasn't an incomplete pass, I don't think. It didn't look like his arm went up at all. It looks like his arm went down, and he kicked it up.
He threw it underhanded. Doesn't matter, though.
No, it doesn't matter.
Jonathan Taylor saved the day.
Jonathan Taylor has saved their season.
True. That might have been a season-saving run.
No, I just meant starting like however many weeks ago. All right, turnover on downs. That's game, boys. I've got mixed feelings about this. But overall, I hate the Patriots, so I'm not that mad.
Oh, the one thing that it definitely does is it tightens up the AFC.
That just means that the Bengals have no choice but to win.
Yeah, now they're in direct competition with the Browns and the Bills.
I don't like that. The Bills can put up 50 points a game if they want.
And they've got an easy schedule the rest of the way out. That really put a damper on the Bengals making the playoffs, though, to be honest.
Okay, let's do a little bit of speculation. So say that the Bucs lose to the Saints. Just hypothetically, if it happens. Their last 3 games are against the Jets and 2 games against the Panthers. Do you think if they lose that game, it gets in their head and they lose one of those 3 games?
I doubt it.
Hypothetically, I think it is possible. Because everyone will be talking about the uprise of the Saints, and then they'll be like, well, what about the Bucs? You know, every time the Bucs get talked about, they lose a game.
You just love to go down that road all the time.
That's the only hypothetical I like to play.
You
Fun
love
game.
going down
Thanks,
that
Alex
road.
and Shane. I need to get to bed. Love you. Love you, Kathy. Thanks for hanging out as long as you did. Thanks,
Thank you, Miss Kathy.
I appreciate you all. I hope you have a good night as well.
See you guys hopefully tomorrow if you have time to come hang for.
See you guys every day this week if anybody's able to make it in here. But so after this game, since Carson Wentz played 100% of the snap count, the Eagles officially get a first-round pick next year. That he hit the maximum. David, have a good night. Thanks for coming in here.
What's up, David Dominguez?
Let's check this out real quick.
Hey, there's be right back.
Oh, okay. Shout out to the Colts. Much needed win for them. They're relevant again. This puts pressure on Tennessee now to have to beat out the Pittsburgh, and as both as the weird, weirdness of the teams they have going on with injuries and blah blah blah, this and that, everything going on. I felt like that game could be really interesting. Saints are my boys. You're right. I know, Tim. I got your back. And Sean Payton, whether he's there or not, owns the Bucs in the regular season. I think that this game will be competitive, whether people want to see that or not. Taysom Hill's cooking. Alvin Kamara's getting healthy and better. The Saints defense is elite. I feel like, it's going to be a great game. I feel like that as much as people don't want to hear it, the Packers and Ravens game is probably going to be a rather interesting game. That one's being played at 4 o'clock at the same time as the Bengals game. So my dad will be in here streaming it. I'll be at work until 5, but I'm probably going to be watching football, not in the stream because, like I said, I'm at work. But Ingram is also off COVID. That's another one. Hey, Nathan, thanks for coming in here. I'm going to be rooting for your Raiders on Monday. But if either of us are able to, we might be streaming that game. So we'll be in here. And if you want to come in and talk about them, if not, we'll still sit in here and talk with you at some point about that game because I need the Browns to lose out a little bit. for the Bengals' sake. But have a nice night, man. I hope everything goes well for you. Thank you so much, Gabe. I do appreciate it. But, we got, like I said, a lot of football coming. My dad will be here at 4 o'clock tomorrow, so be sure if any of you can at least stop by and say hey to him, even if you can't hang out the whole time. I will be here all night at 8 o'clock for the Bucks and Saints game. Monday, I'll be in here for at least the primetime game. I don't know about the Browns and Raiders game. I don't know if either of us will be in here. It's going to be a little bit hectic this week. I'm off Tuesday, so I'll be here for at least one of those games. Dad's got a college basketball game. He'll be in here Wednesday, and then everything else will be normal per usual. Everyone that's still in here and listening, be sure to keep an eye on the channel because we're going to be recording a video here very soon. That's going to explain the rules to our giveaway and everything that's going on. And it's not just one person wins. So you don't want to miss out because your chances are going to be greater than just like a normal one person wins kind of thing. So everybody make sure you keep an eye out for that because it's going to be coming soon. And we're going to try to make it really special for everyone to, just hang out and appreciate you guys for coming in here and supporting us. I'll try to hop on for that game. Yeah, I'm going to try to get in here for it. I can't promise anything, but I'm definitely going to try. But we got a lot of games. You're going to see a lot of our faces between now and the Super Bowl. A lot with college basketball, but for football specifically, we want to take advantage as much time as we can while the football season's still going on. Happy birthday again, Tim. I hope you had a good day, my guy. And also, thank you, as always, for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. And Tim said that Ingram is off the COVID list as well. So they'll have Kamara, Ingram, and Taysom Hill in the run game.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a really good game tomorrow or Sunday.
I'm going to go ahead and close this stream down. I do want to talk to you for a few minutes, so don't hop off just yet. But I'm going to go ahead and close it down. You got anything that you would like to throw out there real quick?
No, just wishing Tim that happy birthday, and also Gabe, I think it was. You guys are great, Tim. Think the world of you. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us all the time. We appreciate the time you spend in here, my friend.
We love and appreciate you guys all so much. So be sure to keep an eye out. Like I said, we'll have that coming soon. And we'll definitely be in here tomorrow at some point. You'll see one of us, both of us. Maybe we'll have someone else. I don't know. We'll do something. We'll be here. But until then, I hope all of you have a great rest of your night, great tomorrow, whatever, whether you work, do whatever. And we will see you then.